right, what's good, what's good, what's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the Road podcast. This is our 100th episode. We're taking over the MikiDZ Show. You know what I'm saying? We got me, one of the hosts, DJ Crooked. We got DJ Never.
Yo, what up?
We got Jamie the Great.
Yeah.
DJ D Miles is MIA. He's getting his ass fixed. His ass,
Pause.
his ass is still broken. But we got DJ MoMA from Everyday People.
Was good.
Yeah.
And then, we're taking over the MikiDZ Show. But it's your 10-year anniversary, yeah?
Yeah, this month.
The end of the month.
Yep.
And this is the last time you guys are going to be recording in this studio, in this location.
Yes, sir.
Because DJ City is moving to a bigger and nicer and newer office.
Yeah.
And
it won't be so congested next time we do this.
And it'll be Beat Source, the new Beat Source office, right?
That's right.
And if you guys don't know what Beat Source is a new app that's launching, a new website that's launching, and it's between DJ City and Beatport, yes?
Correct.
Yeah.
And that should be launching, I think they're having an open beta test at the end of this month, September 23rd. So we've been talking about Beat Source for a minute. They've been giving us all of this kind of merch.
Sturdy solo cups.
Yeah. They've been putting all of this out here. So
we got beach balls and towels as well.
Yeah. So they've been giving us all this shit and swag and stuff like that. So, but it's a huge launch. It's a Beatport, which is probably what the number one, I don't know, music download site
for EDM,
for dance music,
for dance music and DJs, right?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
And DJ City is probably second. I don't know. 1.5.
Sure, let's call it that.
I don't know. Yeah.
They're tied.
Yeah, they're tied.
They're tied with Beat Source.
Well, I would say DJ City is the number one for open format, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you have two of the best music download sites and teaming up to create,
Beats
I don't know, something of like a live stream service for Serato.
He's not really versed in technology.
No, it's like,
You're
No?
bringing the two worlds together, basically.
am I just talking shit?
Yeah.
But possibly it could stream live.
Yo, chill.
I don't know.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
Just look it up.
But
I mean, people have to know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
No?
You
All right.
sound like the dude in quiz show who's like, "Do you have tired blood?" You're making the pitch.
All right, so now we got
Erythritol.
special guests over here. We got Rock the Con, we got Grand Funk,
Yeah.
we got Scooter, we got Stone Rock. We have a whole bunch of other motherfuckers here, and they should be coming in through, and we'll be circulating that because that table's like looking really white right now.
well,
Need some minorities.
Crooked. Real quick.
Either that or a parole hearing. We're on the wrong side.
Yeah, hold up. Hey, real quick. This is a
That's the
MikiDZ
jury.
show, though.
It is the
This
MikiDZ
a
Show.
show,
Wait,
right?
is
Yes.
this going on the show or the
I don't know,
road?
we'll figure that shit out later. But it is a MikiDZ show. We do have a MikiDZ podcast. A little plug.
Yeah.
But it's all one DJ City family. We had to make sure, we had this opportunity to team up, and
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100th episode. We're super excited.
They
Fans
called.
of the
They
pod.
called me. Yeah, they called me up. They said we need to revitalize the MikiDZ
Okay.
Show.
Okay.
revive
Take it
it.
easy.
Was it that bad?
We were EMT.
As far as I know, y'all hit us up.
So quick,
Were they doing that bad that they had to call us to come in?
What's the truth?
Quickie and Phenom called me. They said, "Look, we're in a
show's
little bit of a
tanking.
bind here. We got to revitalize the show."
No, that's why they put the black dude on the show. Now,
That's it.
see?
And it
That's why we got real on the
part of the
pod. We
revamp.
leveled up.
yeah, and it still didn't work. So they were just like, "Yo, we need."
Check them streams, boy.
But the reality is we're 10 episodes in,
Yeah.
and so the numbers were looking good. So we figured we'd throw some love
We
to you
throw
guys.
Okay.
Some new audience from the.
No, but
10
shout
years.
to MikiDZ. You guys have been around for 10 years. You guys have showcased some of the best DJs, and had you guys were the first guys live streaming sets from DJs like Q-Bert,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A-Track, your favorite dude, Rock,
Craze.
Craze.
Pass it to Mike.
I'm just sitting here having a good time.
I know. We're all having a good time.
You want to try to get ratings? Try to get your ratings.
You see what happened last time, Rock?
We had Stone on the show too.
Stone.
Yeah.
Stone was gonna paint something, but just did not.
I got too involved in the mix.
In-
I'm gonna paint the room.
You were gonna paint during the interview, and then you just
Hey,
decided
Jamie,
not to.
pass him the mic.
I
I think I brought like a Bieber. I decorated the studio.
You
with
brought a
something.
poster.
You brought a poster.
Yeah.
of
Well, I
some
think it
sort.
was Bieber.
Yeah, I don't know.
We appreciate
whatever.
the gifts, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
And it's good to see. I think that was the last time you were here.
For you guys, yes.
Yeah.
We did a show for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now that you guys are back on the map because of the Road podcast,
Right.
maybe I'll come. Maybe I'll come back. Right.
Well played, Stone.
I don't
Well,
know.
shit.
All right, so we end of the summer. I kind of wanted to touch base with, since we have so many club DJs and DJs of all ages. I mean, hopefully we'll get some women DJs in here in the mix.
You got one right behind me.
Oh yeah. There we go.
She on her
Okay,
phone.
so everyone could just chime in. I wanted to go over songs of the summer, man. I wanted to go over what was popping this summer and what wasn't popping this summer here in the States.
I feel like the new Yacht Rock mix by the Captains of Industry is really popping right now.
Yacht mix. Yacht what?
Yacht Rock?
Yacht rock.
Yeah.
Where's that available at?
SoundCloud.
Okay, when did that pop off?
Last week.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, yeah, plug that shit.
I just did.
Okay, well there you go. All right, man. Songs of the summer. I want to get through it, man. We had Sweetie, My Type. That's what. That's up
it was
there.
a woman's summer.
It was definitely a women's summer.
Yeah.
It was definitely a women's summer.
I
Right?
think the technical term is hot girl. summer.
Hot girl
Hot girl
summer.
summer.
Sure.
That was a technical.
Sure.
Isn't it the City Girl?
City Girl.
City Girl or
City
Hot
Girl.
Girl?
Hot girl summer.
Hot girl summer.
It was both.
This is really bad because we're talking about hot girl summer and we need some female representation up here. Right?
We do.
We do.
It would be better,
Yeah.
but I think
So we'll work with what we got.
I think the message was like relayed clearly. Like, you know, we got the City Girls versus the City Boys. Megan Thee Stallion, she ushered the whole like hot girl summer thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think
For those people
It was
that
a hot
don't know
girl
the
summer.
difference between a hot girl and a city girl, can you break
Can we
it down?
break it down? Yeah.
We actually broke down the difference between a city boy and a hot boy on
And
the
a fuck
pod.
boy.
So does that connect with women as well?
I'm sure it is. It's just one's male.
Wait, what's the
female.
difference between a city boy and a hot boy?
Break it down, real.
All right, so city boy basically is your average drug dealer. You know what I mean? Who's real loud about it. Oh, excuse me, said that wrong. City boy is basically someone that's on their hustle, not worrying about any female or
About
any
they
drama.
money.
They can also
They
be in a
about their bag.
relationship.
They could be in a relationship, but you know their focus is their career. The hot boy is basically your drug dealer, your average drug dealer who's loud about it. You know, your Frank Lucas type person. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
That's considered your hot boy. I don't know if hot girl is considered that.
I don't know any females.
Yeah, I wouldn't say hot girl is that same definition.
Maybe the
Just
hot
the
girls
female?
roll with the drug dealers.
Yeah,
Maybe,
they could be.
maybe, there
know
you
what I
go.
mean? They could, you know.
And the city girls are like the 9
Look at this table of white guys right here.
I mean,
They're like, oh, go on.
this is
And it's the 3 black guys talking about city.
this is exactly why
that one
Drug
again?
dealers and shit.
Repeat hot girl again. What was that right?
this is why I asked.
Exactly. See?
This is why I sent it over there to that side of Family Feud.
Did you guys understand that?
Yeah, I mean, I
Did
understand
you understand
hot
that?
boy and hot girl, hot boy and city boy, but what about hot girl and
I
city
just
girl?
think it's like a hot boy or city boy is a fuck boy, no?
No.
What is
No,
the
no.
difference
See
between
that?
fuckboy
Yeah,
and
see that's why we
fuckboy and
that's why we
somebody-
talked about it because
Yeah.
there was people were
difference.
thinking there.
No, but I know the
Fuckboy
old
isn't
definition of a hot boy, maybe from like Nolia,
Nolia,
like hot
yeah.
boys
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that still pertains to now. A hot boy.
No, I think it does. Definition.
think
I
so?
feel like kind of it's the same, pretty much. If you
I'm
really
looking
think
up
about
hot girl right now in Urban Dictionary.
Oh my goodness gracious! All right, let's get to the song of the summer.
Let's move on.
Let's get to the song of the
It's a
summer.
testament to how like there wasn't a song.
Yeah,
There just to me there was not a song. It's like everyone has their little lane, and there's certain things that are popping in your lane, certain things popping in your lane. Things are sort of fragmented. There just wasn't a universal record this summer. I thought
like
To
a
me, it didn't
universal
seem-
club record.
It didn't really seem like it.
Old Town Road.
No,
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's a
it was
big.
the biggest pop hit of the summer, but I played it 1 in 4 nights maybe.
Yeah, it was not like it wasn't a must play. There hasn't been a must play in a long time.
You know what gets a reaction is Suge by the Baby. That
Yeah.
always gets a reaction. I mean, I don't know when it came out because it's all blurred to me.
Yeah.
But that
What
one always
about
got a
Act Up
reaction.
by City Girls?
Yeah, same thing. Any City Girl song.
Act Up.
What's a city girl?
A city girl,
Looking it up.
a girl who has been hurt over and over again by boys or men, and now does not care about boys or their feelings. She is not a hoe. She is not a hoe. She is not a whore. Just does not care about men that hurt her.
That's pretty
That's
much
a
every
city
single-
girl?
That's every
That's
single
a city
girl.
girl.
Right? That's it.
And a hot girl is extremely good-looking woman, attractive, beautiful, etc.
So a city girl can't be a hot girl?
I think they can. Then I'm mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Let's
That was
break
like
this
user
down.
submitted, like right.
But anyway, their summer's over, so
Yeah.
it's a wrap.
This
bro.
is just demonstrating
wrap.
how disconnected the disc jockeys are from microculture. It's all you guys are doing right now.
You think so?
And also, everyone always thinks DJs get laid. It's like, no, they don't. Listen to these fucking guys. What are they talking about?
Yo, you just mentioned Meg Thee Stallion, though, right?
Yeah, I think.
Very
for,
influential.
yeah, I think for me, it may not have been like one song of the summer, but there's like a trifecta.
Yeah.
Like between, if you didn't play Act Up, My Type, and Big Ol' Freak a bit earlier in the summer, like you probably would have missed out. You know
I
what
think
I mean?
for the girls that know Meg, love Meg. So, and there's still a lot of girls or just people in general that may not know
She doesn't
her
have
music.
a hit, though.
Huh?
She doesn't have a hit
That's
yet.
what I'm saying. But if you know her, you love all her songs.
I think it's a little
And get a
overhyped,
reaction.
man. I think she's the perfect poster girl for like a hot girl summer or whatever like that. But I don't think the records. I mean, I think she's right there. But I think it's a little early. Like she didn't have that crossover record. I couldn't play all of her music in every room.
I think if Hot Girl Summer would have came out like early in the summer with her and
With
Nicki
Nicki
Minaj,
Minaj.
it would have kind of made her more of a household name.
This song's fucking terrible.
Terrible.
Are you crazy?
that song is actually, that's her
It's
worst song that she
horrible.
dropped.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know.
But it's like more of a crossover than the other.
Exactly, yeah.
And so it's introducing her to new audiences. And I've seen her perform twice now. And even when she did Dre's that one night, it was probably the most poppin' night Dre's has had this summer.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
If
with all
you
due
know,
respect.
you know. You're gonna go see
So like
her.
her
if you-
following is so loyal, and she's a great performer. Like I mean, for what you want to go see, like that's what you're. Gonna
And
get
she's
from
in
her.
college still. She's still going to school.
City girl.
But is that
City
song
girl.
Hot
City
Girl
girl.
Summer working for you guys every time you play it?
I don't think anybody even plays
It's
I don't think I've
It's like
played
a
it.
warm-up
I've
record.
heard it.
I've yet to
played
play
a
it.
couple
It's a
times and
filler.
worked. I mean,
It's
it
a
just
filler, right?
It's a filler.
Then
It's a
why
filler.
is it bigger, like out there in the whatever verse, the Instagram verse, than it is actually on the dance floor?
Because that's
I
what
guess
Instagram is.
The features.
It's just
It's
a
not
bunch
a
of
song.
hype.
It's an attitude. It's like the movement. It's a
Yeah.
song piggybacking on a movement, and the movement was just like female empower. It's like a female empowerment movement. It's like a hashtag Hot Girl Summer. Like we're not taking this stuff from men no more. It's Hot Girl Summer, and they jumped on that with the song, but it's late. The fucking video came out of Labor Day.
Exactly.
We're at the
Right.
end of
Crazy
summer.
because they put Ty Dolla on it. They put a male on the song, didn't they?
Yeah, it did.
He's on the hook.
Would you consider the fact that they sampled "Act Up" the reason why it's so difficult to kind of like play it again, kind of thing? Like, is that mentality of playing another record, like playing it over?
No, I think it kind of helps the record.
Yeah, I think it
think it's
helps.
just so-
I think it's just like we've been hearing a lot of this whole girl movement, and now towards the end of it, and the summer's over, it's like, all right, that's it. Like something else is gonna happen. Something else needs to change.
Pop Smoke needs to
something is-
come in and like show them what's up.
This is not dissimilar to the release of Crazy Rich Asians when Crooked thought it was going to be like every movie was going to be an Asian movie. It's like, no, it's a wrap. You get one.
Hot Asian moment.
Women got one summer. That's it. It's a
Hot
wrap
Asian
now.
moment.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good movie.
It was a good movie. I wish you guys
alright. It was
could get some more
alright.
shine for sure.
I mean, we got what do we have this year? Farewell
The same
with
director.
Aquafina. I don't know if it's the same director, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that was our hot Asian summer. Yeah, with Crazy Rich Asians.
So, Rock, you mentioned Pop Smoke.
I mean,
That was
just
clearly
kidding.
the record of summer in New York, though.
Yeah, no, but
And that's like a
Was it?
regional thing. That was the biggest
Pop
record.
Smoke was like the
But
biggest
everyone
shit in
here,
New
I
York.
think everyone here can agree that Pop Smoke sounds like the most unplayable club record.
I feel like these
It
guys
sounds like a
most people
UK
haven't
drill
even heard
record.
it.
Agreed.
It's just
It
a UK drill
I
record.
don't think it's produced well. I don't think it's like.
I'll put it this
vibes
way:
crazy.
if I drop that record, I guarantee you, a manager might run up to the booth and be like, "What the fuck are you playing right now?"
In Vegas.
In
Jamie.
Vegas, 100%.
Yeah, it didn't pop off on the West Coast. Well, not in
Oh,
Vegas at
really?
least.
Get the mic.
Party
It popped
where I
off.
had,
It
like,
popped
4
off
Bay
there every.
Area tables, and I had like 2 New York tables, and it was just Bay versus New York, and like the dance floor was just standing around like, oh, what the fuck is going on right here?
It popped off. It popped off at Everyday People last night.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah,
you
the
had
video was
like
crazy.
you had a bunch of New York transplants there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bunch of New York motherfuckers that moved to LA that was just wilding the fuck out.
Nah, LA natives call us the transplant party, you know? And it's funny to be that because of how much we knock transplants in New York. And now I'm out here repping for them. It's funny.
Yeah, yeah. But
I saw Jamie play it last
I
Friday.
played Pop Smoke.
So how far in the song did you even
Dude,
get
it was
before
like
you
10
pulled
seconds
out?
and I pulled out.
Hey, sounds like your love life.
What's up with that, man?
Yo, Mickey walked over and said, "That's the fastest I've ever seen you pulled out." I was like, "Whoa!"
Hey, oh. That's even worse.
I've never seen you.
Can you
pull
take
out.
the
Whoa.
mic away from him?
Whoa.
Shit.
Is that possible?
Yes. Both of it, everything.
Everything.
All right, so wait. I want to. We got to narrow it down to one song of the summer because we have other. We have
I don't
other
think it
joints.
exists.
I think we should vote.
I don't think it
That's
exists.
my type. My
Act up.
type.
I got people in the group.
All right, wait.
I got
What
people-
about Uno?
I got a couple other ones. Tatiana's not even on the list, right?
Nah,
Nah.
Go Loco.
nah.
No. Truth Hurts. Lizzo.
That's what I want to know. Has anyone even fucking played that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a big
Women
song.
love that.
Huge.
shit.
It's a big song.
That's the track. You play the whole track. You go to use the restroom. You hit the bar. You come back.
Do you play Lizzo?
I was gonna play it last night, but it would have been my first time. But DJ Equal beat me to it, so I never played
Huge,
it.
right?
It was big last night.
Pause.
I played it.
Never played. I would.
It
never
works,
play
man.
it.
I mean,
Dude, what
No,
are you doing
it's-
now?
Why
It's,
would you
it's
not
to be
play it?
faithful this time
It
for
doesn't
women.
give you a Missy vibe at all.
Well, I'm.
And did you like a Missy vibe?
No, Missy's fine, but
So-
no, it doesn't give me. It gives me a Megan Trainor vibe.
Yes.
To quote Crooked, the great DJ Crooked.
I think
Meghan Trainor.
Lizzo was Megan Trainor.
No.
Yes.
White people.
Oh,
white
okay.
people are out.
That
and they got a
song,
black Meghan
that
Trainor.
song, Truth Hurts, sounds like a song from a musical.
It's fucking terrible.
She makes musical songs, like songs that came from a musical, like Grease or something.
It's a
It sounds
theater
like
shit.
that.
You don't like music in your songs. You don't like anything musical.
No, it just sounds too theatrical.
Did you hear her
like
album?
Rent.
Yeah, it sounds like something from
So it
Rent.
has a piano in it, so that's too theatrical for
She
you.
sounds like something just happened,
I
and
got
then
his
she
back.
starts singing to
It-
herself,
come
and then
It sounds like fucking Rent. He's not wrong. This
Yeah.
shit sounds like Rent.
it sounds like something from a musical.
Where I play, I can't play that. It's too cheesy.
Maybe musical. But still, it's good as shit.
Are you playing the version with the tipsy drums?
No.
I'm actually surprised people play it. It's so fucking bad.
Dude, I like
It
Yeah,
works.
dude,
love
it gets
it.
a
I
crazy
love it.
reaction
I love
from
it.
women and some guys.
Hey, wait. But when it first came out, would you get a half and half? Like, I had like half girls hating on it and half girls really loving it at first.
Well, yo, Never, you brought it up that what's her name? Azalea Banks?
Yeah.
She just like went off on Lizzo and that whole song.
Oh, she's always
She
angry.
goes off on everybody.
Dude,
though.
I
off
know,
on everything.
I
I
think
think she's just mad at the world.
Floor,
Yeah.
like split in half. I'm like, oh, some internet shit happened that I don't know anything about right
But
now.
what did she say exactly? She said something to the effects like, I mean, it was really fucking.
It was like kind of bad.
yeah, no shit. It was really like a fucking offensive.
She kind of called it like a modern day, mammy.
Yeah,
She got a new dude from the Minnesota Vikings. That's all I know.
She got what?
A new dude from the Minnesota Vikings.
Azalea Banks?
Lizzo?
Oh, you're talking about Lizzo.
Oh, okay.
I'm just quoting
I
her
haven't even
lyrics.
seen the
No,
video.
they were
First
just.
time
She was
I-
just saying that
I only
white
heard the song.
people need like a new like version
Like
of a
an
mammy.
Aunt Jemima. or
Yeah, Aunt
something.
Jemima, and that's the new Aunt Jemima for the American people. Like just
Wow,
parading
that's
around.
wild offensive.
Wow. Yeah, man.
Wild offensive.
I can
We
read.
cannot co-sign anything that Azalea
I'm
Banks
offended.
says
Ever said
on this podcast.
No, not at
Also-
all.
Black delegation would like to trade her to.
I'd like to apologize in advance.
Oh my god.
Oh no,
Oh
we're not.
my god.
I'm apologizing in advance to all the women listeners right now who are witnessing 12 dudes talking about hot girl summers and Lizzo
That's how we're kicking off your 100th
and
episode.
female
There you
empowerment.
go.
So we don't know anything.
Thank
We're
God
just
their summer's
freestyling.
over. We don't have to take no shit.
But like a
not
hip hop
co-signing that
crowd is not fucking with Lizzo.
A little bit.
Really?
It's
No,
like
I
an
think
anthem.
so,
It's
yeah.
like a ladies'
anthem.
anthem.
Yeah.
And I heard the album's good too.
Also, Rihanna co-signed it. Co-signed her.
When?
When
Everybody
she
co-signed
did the
her.
performance on the BET Awards
yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
MTV Awards.
It's so fucking
The
bad.
baby's
It's
on the
crazy.
remix, talking that the baby shit.
Oh, my favorite rapper. Can't wait to hear that one.
The follow through on the mic passes.
Wait, Beyonce even
So
co-signed
elegant.
her at the Made in America.
Yeah,
She was like she was on the sidelines. It's like
Missy
You guys
co-signed.
pay,
it.
pay
Everybody.
attention to some wild shit. Seriously.
we've got our pulse.
attention
We
to
got
this
a, we
stuff.
got our finger on the pulse of the culture. Though.
I
I
listen
just,
to your
as
show
soon as
more
I
often.
heard it, I immediately liked it. I was like, I like this. I'm playing it. Like I didn't even think about anything. I didn't know any of the politics or anything behind it. I was just like, this is gonna work well with girls.
All
I
right,
just
so
thought-
wait. Let's do like a vote, I guess, in the whole room.
Sure.
I'm just gonna name a couple songs, and Jamie, you can keep count. Actually, I got a better view of the room, so
Yo, people on the live stream are saying "Act Up" is the one, and "Truth Hurts."
Truth Hurts and
Yeah.
Act Up. All
I
right, so
see
let's put it
none of
between
my-
those two.
I see one My Type, and that's about it.
But My Type.
My Type gives you a better reaction anywhere. I mean, we've seen it at Everyday People.
No, but it's
yesterday.
short. My Type's a little short-lived.
I get a better reaction from Act Up.
Also,
than Truth
My
Hurts.
Type is not really like an original
Right.
record. You know, it's
I kind of see what
Petey
you're saying.
Pablo.
Mama.
That's
Petey
fair.
Pablo. It's Petey Pablo.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's pretty Pablo.
Yeah.
But
It's still fucking.
I still
it's
amazing.
still a huge record.
Yes, I love it.
I'm just glad the BPM is up in the 90s and
Again.
upper 90s, 100s.
Someone give
Changes
him a-
everything.
Yeah. I'm glad that the BPM is up. That was you want to talk who won the summer? BPM won the summer. To me, I'm glad we're dancing.
Whoa, whoa,
again.
whoa,
Wait,
whoa. Beats per minute.
on.
Beats per minute.
Wait, how you use the reference?
Wait, give him
That's
the
like
mic.
cursing in
We're
here.
gonna go. Hey, let's go with tempo instead of
Tempo.
those 3 letters you got.
Tempo. Yes, please, tempo. Pardon me.
These guys are so
96 to
petty.
like
I love it.
105. I love that.
Everyone, put your Beat Source cups in the air right
Just
now.
Represent.
I just like the energy. Find the energy was back. Like got some energy.
Wait, what are people saying in the stream? Act Up,
Let's act up.
Act Up, and Lizzo.
We got Act Up and Lizzo.
Hey,
for the most
Dazzler.
part.
Oh my
Shout out
God,
to
this is
Dazzler.
even worse.
Dazzler,
She's
come
over
here.
here to hand out beverages.
Fucked up.
Come over here.
Guys are serving all these men.
Whoa,
Yeah.
no, put the beverage.
So much for hot girls.
She got the bottles ready to go. Shout out to everybody in the live stream, by the way. We see you. I'm seeing you. And Stone Rock seeing you.
Okay.
Ooh, let's talk about
What's
it.
the song? What's the song of the summer?
What do
for
you think?
My Type.
My Type.
My
Ooh,
Type.
there you
Why?
go. There you go. Why?
Jamie knows the words.
Ooh, hey, easy.
Oh, there you go.
I do know the
He knows
words.
the word. He does. Huh?
He does.
No, I can't.
I forgot.
I can't.
I was
Cop-
recording
copyright.
Jamie while I was DJing.
Lady in the building. What is it?
My Type. The gentleman says otherwise.
Crooked, what's that line from My Type that you were talking about?
I hate that line.
No, talk about it.
Nah,
Let's hear
I don't
no,
hate
no,
it. I
Let's-
just think it's
what
funny.
was it?
It's that one you got tattooed on your arm.
No, say it. Say the line. You were asking if the guys sing along. Say it.
I don't want.
Yeah, you know it.
I can't
Say
say
it.
it. I can't.
What are you
I
so
can't.
afraid of? Say it.
Say it now, man.
I can't.
Yo,
I can't
Crooked,
say it.
how you
I
forget it?
Whisper it in
Crooked,
Rel's
other people
ear.
saying Shug.
Huh?
People saying Shug.
No. Don't let him off the hook.
Oh
Say the
my
line.
God.
Wait, what are other people saying?
Shug.
No.
You got Shug, the
Say the
baby.
line.
I'm not saying the line. I'm not saying the line. I can't.
Oh, we have a few.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
We have a few Australians saying that My Type is the biggest record out there.
It is bigger out there.
Yeah.
Paul.
Who fucking cares what Australians have to say?
I'm glad
Is
this
Australia
is.
canceled?
No, I'm glad.
No, easy. Last time was Nigeria. Now it's
All
Australia.
right,
Gotta chill.
let's do a vote. Act Up. Raise your hand if that's a song of the summer.
I think
Which was it?
Act Up.
Between those two songs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Between what?
What's it gonna be?
Song of the summer.
I'm gonna go with My Type.
Truth Hurts.
Oh, Truth Hurts.
Nobody. You guys. No one likes the song. That's why.
No, I like the song. I don't think it's a song.
I'm
Yo,
fine with it. I'm fine with it.
You got to admit though, Act Up after the first verse is a horrific song. That
Oh, the second
is
verse. It
fucking-
comes in like.
That's because Lil Yachty wrote it.
Yeah, but then what's her name performed it horrible? The one that's not in
MIA?
jail, right?
The one that's not in jail. Easy.
What's her name? MIA or Miami?
Young,
or
yeah,
something?
Young Miami.
Yeah.
Young Miami.
That's her. She's the second verse.
She sounds like
Yeah,
she's
she
reading
fucked
it
that
off
up.
of paper.
Yo, I got on the mic. I get on the mic when that song comes on. I'm saying, I'll give $100 bill to anybody who knows the words to the second verse, and I let it play, and no one has ever taken it, and that's like 10 times.
But I give it to you, man. When we played Act Up, right? I've never seen a crowd sing the first 8 to 16 bars straight, where you can just take the beat out,
Yes.
and you hear everyone singing that shit. That's probably when was the last song that came out that was like that? Hasn't been in a while, where they could sing 16 bars in a row of a song. So I would give it to Act Up.
We have another mention in here, Joanna.
I was gonna do the international
That's
song.
different. That's more like the song of the year because it's played all over the world.
Cool in the
Yeah.
Gang, Joanna?
Yeah. International.
Because that's my vote. Yeah, I'm voting for that one.
My Type gets how many votes in here?
I got one.
I got one. I think
That's
my-
not-
Did you vote for Act Up?
4.
No, double vote.
It's voter fraud.
Yeah, it's only like 5 of us
Somebody
in here
get
for
Donald
Act
Trump on
Up.
this guy.
What's wrong with the country?
Recount.
I do think, though, you're right. Grading on a curve, like,
Hey. Uh-huh.
Wh- what's wrong with grading
Go
on
ahead.
a
No,
curve?
go
Is
ahead.
that weird? Hey, grading.
ahead. Go ahead.
Like on a curve for how far a song has had to come and sort of what it's done and how it's transcended. Drogba's like the biggest song.
Yeah.
Like it's not the biggest charting song. It's not the song everyone knows, but it's a song that sort of kind of coming from to the average American, like coming from nowhere and being like, oh, I really like this thing, and like, what's this thing, and gaining steam and like becoming a thing. It's done way more than any of those other songs. And I think it's going to be around. You'll be playing that song long after the My Type and all this stuff is gone. That song will be in your opening set for years and years.
It's like a Murder, She Wrote. You know?
I was to say like a Lumidity.
Yeah, like Lumidity. Yeah.
The only thing is that like I will say this, like playing in Vegas and playing in certain rooms, it's not there yet.
Yeah.
It's not hitting like a Kevin Little Turn Me On. It's not hitting like the Bam Bam Murder She Wrote.
I don't think it's peaked yet. I think it still has room to go.
I
up.
hope so.
I don't think.
I
it's
really
peaked.
hope so. Yeah, I really hope so.
And I think that it will get there.
I hope it does. It hasn't reached. I know in New York it's huge. It's on the radio. It's on High 97.
No one comes over and says, "What's this?" when you play like a lot of other stuff, but that's one of those records you always get. Like, "What's this? What's this?" Always, always, always.
Shouts to Afro-B.
Yeah, shout to I actually wanted to touch on this. Pause. If you wanted to talk about it, I would say the international song of the summer. I was gonna say a couple joints, right? I feel like reggaeton didn't really have a. I could be wrong. Was there like a standout reggaeton track this summer?
There was a
really...
shit ton of releases, but I feel like nothing.
That's last year.
Nothing was like
massive. Debote and X, right? That's last year.
Everything was from last year.
I mean, there was a ton.
I think the biggest song for me was Baila, but it wasn't like.
But was that last year or this year?
No, that's this year.
That was last year.
Yeah.
Baila.
I was
But
gonna
even
say,
that kind of limp.
I was gonna say Con Calma with Daddy Yankee, and then China, right? The new one that sounds like It Wasn't Me.
Oh yeah.
That
The
was
Shaggy
speaking of-
joint.
That was picking up Matt's team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good record. With the
But those are only real two that kind of like crossed over a little bit, right?
What about Con Calma?
Yeah, I said Con Calma.
You said that
Yeah. And then I was gonna ask you what's the bigger record? Because there's Toast Coffee, right?
Right.
Fall Davido.
Okay.
And then there was obviously John as the bigger record. But I wanted to know what was bigger because one of us was talking that they got a bigger reaction for Toast Coffee in the spot. You guys, right?
Yeah, comment was we played we played Toast. Did we play Fall? I think we played Fall right after that, but Toast was the one that kind of got amped. And we were just coming off from Joanna. So it was those three back to back.
Is Toast a bigger record than it can't be then?
Then what?
Than Davido Fall?
It's not for like a pop audience, but it is probably for, you know, an Afrobeats / dance hall audience for sure. Because Davido Fall is old, you know. Drogba, that song is old. It's over a year old. 2 years. I don't even know how old.
crazy.
So these records take forever to hit out here. But
would you say one of the bigger records too was Boasty?
Boasty's like an amazing filler. It's just, but it's not a record that people request.
It's like Drake Blem or something.
It's got great swing, but
Yeah.
it isn't. It doesn't have those like.
Shouldn't
lyrics
it
that
have
really
been a
jump out
bigger
at you.
record? I feel like that
What,
should have been a bigger
Boasty?
record. Yeah,
I think it's
The swing is so nice and it sounds
I
so
feel
good,
like
but it doesn't have like
every DJ. Every time I went to see a DJ and I would listen to them, they played it, and they knew damn well like it wasn't gonna maybe like make the room go off, but they still played it because they're like, this is too good. I cannot not play
Yeah,
this.
it's just it's missing like that hook.
Yeah.
Right.
But the beat and shit, everything sounds really good. It's just missing that like one last like the Joanna's.
But no one ever lost the room playing Boasty.
No.
You know what I mean? It's a good record.
And it's one of those great records that's kind of in the middle between 100 and 110 that kind of just keep the room up, and you can like, it's a great transition record to like going into like faster shit or you to slow shit down, right?
Yeah.
We need more of those records in like 110 or something like that.
We have a few people on the chat that's saying Con Calma is a big record, Soltera remix. Somebody said they're not playing enough reggaeton over there. And
wait, what about the other record, the DJ Snake record?
Loco
Contigo, right?
Yeah,
is that big? Is that?
It's a good record. I mean,
That's a good record. I think it's picking up, as I think Mickey said that earlier. Calladita, Mojadita, and yeah.
Before we continue, JCO, we got my man JCO in the building. Can we make some room for my man over here?
Yeah, I got it.
We can make this section even more white.
Even more white.
Hi guys. Jesus Christ.
This is the privilege section.
Damn.
But and one record.
Fucked up for y'all or us?
Touche.
You can't forget about Burna Boy, yeah. Even though it's an old record,
Yeah.
that's actually probably, in certain circles, it's as big as Toast and bigger than Joanna, which is played out in certain circles.
It's
you know?
the new Joe. It's like the new record.
I was
It's-
talking to Ross One, and he said that in L.A., wherever he plays, is there a One Oak or
One
a
Oak
Playhouse?
Avenue. Yeah, he's at. a
Yeah,
lot
he
of
said that
spots.
it's a prime time record
Really?
in those clubs on the weekend.
Yes, people are saying that you guys are forgetting about Burna Boy.
Yeah,
But
Burna
he's
Boy.
going off a little bit.
Yeah,
What about
Yeah.
Blessed?
What is that?
Oh, but
I
Mr.
forget.
Vegas.
Tiger's on there, right?
Yeah, I think Tiger's on it too.
Doja?
There's your answer. Tigers on.
Thank God Rockticon is here, man.
What's her name?
What's blessed though?
Get the mic. Pause.
What's blessed? Who's the artist on that?
Her name is. What did you say? Shansia.
Shansia, she's a dancehall artist.
It's a huge. I mean, I've been getting a huge reaction from it.
They say Nicki Minaj bit off of her with Megatron.
Oh shit!
With the beginning.
What a dud that was, huh? That
Yeah,
Megatron.
that was a bomb.
You
big
about
time.
to catch some heat though,
Why?
going up against Nicki like that.
I know, right?
The Barbs.
Well, yeah, let's talk.
man,
The
you-
I don't
Barbs.
think the Barbs. I mean, I hope the Barbs tune into
Yeah,
the
the
Road
Barbs kinda
podcast.
retired
Because I'm
last
sure
week.
they
Give us
do.
the smoke.
They don't turn into the Mickey D show either.
We
so
need
we're
that
good.
smoke.
No, I'm just
You
glad.
gotta remember,
I'm
this
glad
is
they
the
filmed
Road
this.
Podcast 100 episode.
Yes,
The Road Podcast.
I made one tweet, like, I don't even remember what it was, but I referenced Nicki, and I just got attacked
Really?
by like a million Nicki.
What
bots.
would
It
you
was
say?
ca-
What'd you say?
I wish I remembered it.
Nah, you scared.
But I don't.
Come on.
It's not even-
You don't want to say it.
it's probably deep in the archives.
I gotta say though, ever since that big white girl was singing Cardi B at that wedding, I haven't wanted to play Cardi B songs.
What big
What
white
was
girl?
this?
That broad shoulder
wedding?
white girl rapping along to that Cardi B song. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What song was she
It's
singing?
like a viral thing, right?
Yeah, it was. It was money. It was. It just made me not want to play Cardi B. It was
Well,
just like, oh.
Can we
It's
talk about?
Bridesmaids
Can we
music.
talk about like the overhyped songs of the summer? The biggest overhyped songs of the summer.
Megatron.
Megatron.
Hot
Well,
Girl Summer.
Pop Smoke. Who said that? You?
Pop Smoke.
You think so?
Overhyped, bro.
Wait, but who's
Yo,
hyping?
some
How
of
was it in New York? I haven't seen it in New York.
Listen, man,
It's
I
huge
give
in
the
New York.
people what they want, man.
You
know,
I don't
Bobby
make the
Shmurda
records.
came out. I was
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
Bobby Shmurda. Computers came out. I was playing computers. Pop Smoke came out. Like, New York is no longer like the leader in terms of setting the trends for hip hop and what's huge in clubs like around the country. But whenever we have a record that we just co-sign locally, everybody gets behind it,
jump
whether
on it.
it's
They
good or
jump
not.
on it, yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what Pop Smoke is right now.
Y'all
I
go
got a
for-
question.
For one song a year, New York, like one really
One-
good,
yeah.
one big thing.
Like we're actually like the old Atlanta, which used to generate like one-hit wonders. You know, like Hurricane with
Chris.
Hey Baby.
Hurricane Chris.
You know this, and now Atlanta has more like consistent artists,
Yeah, yeah.
and we have like one-hit wonders, mostly because they get locked up after their first hit.
Got to figure that part out.
You know what I mean?
So what's there's no Mo Bamba of this year, right? Because that was kind of the New York
Mo
record
Bamba was like
year.
last year,
Yeah.
right? What's Pop Smoke?
It hasn't
Pop
gotten there
Smoke-
yet though.
In New York, it has.
It
but
has?
not- in New York, it's huge, bro.
in New York.
Y'all from Cali? Everyone from Cali. Do you think Pop Smoke is gonna cross over?
No.
To yo?
No.
No.
It's no.
Dude, I tried to play it. I've already watched. It's like
It's too early
so
though. No,
flat.
it's too early.
Think so?
No, it's
Just
don't know,
wait,
man.
wait for
telling you.
Beyonce to do an Instagram video to it, and everybody in this room is gonna be playing it. It just takes Beyonce to co-sign a record, and that shit's out of
You
here.
think
can't argue
Beyonce's
with
going to
it.
co-sign it though?
She be co-signing like obscure shit, you know, all the time.
But in your gut feeling, you're like, this is unplayable.
I mean, that Lizzo thing, I immediately was like, I like that track. When I first heard this one, I was like,
What am I going to
It's
do
hard
with
to
this?
play in the club.
But yo, but also remember, I think I played Mo Bamba like last year sometime or before that. You were like, what the fuck is this?
that's because you played on your laptop. There was like no bass line, and I was like, this is stupid. Like
I'm
retarded.
still
Like,
asking what the fuck is this?
With Mo Bamba?
Once
Yeah.
you hear what you hear the kick get in, like you get the power of the track, the way it's built, but still,
So
still mystery to me.
So
though.
you put Pop Smoke in overhyped songs of the summer.
Yeah, I would have to. Yeah.
I don't think it was even hyped.
Yeah, I was about to say it's
That's-
not even
yeah.
hyped. It's just
Nah,
a
it
New York
isn't.
thing that's popping in New York.
Cardi B press definitely,
It's a bubble
right?
thing.
I don't even know what
But
that
that,
is.
I mean, that didn't even get that much love.
Nah, not at all.
No,
Press?
Press didn't get that much love.
It got a lot of social media buzz.
I think it was
though.
overhyped because she really pressed it.
pushed it. Yeah.
She pushed it,
shit
did the
out of it.
video.
And it was a
Yeah.
single that she released
What
after
is
she won the award, right? The
Yo,
Grammy.
Rock, I'm with you. I never even
I
heard
don't
it.
even know what that is.
But it's like one of the records she made a video for, which like you're not making videos for everything, and then they just pushed it really hard and looked like they really invested into it. Just didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Like her B cuts or whatever were.
How's she gonna
better.
be in that movie?
What movie?
She's in Adam McKay.
Oh,
I
the
heard
J-Lo.
she killed it in that movie.
What is this?
Playing a stripper.
She's organically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Playing herself.
She was made for that role.
Hustlers. Hustlers.
Hustlers.
Hustlers.
Oh yeah, Hot Girl Summer is the overhyped
Summer
song.
should be overrated. Is the overrated record.
Is the overhyped song?
Overhyped. Because they did the whole like live with Meg and Nicki, and they built it up, and they did all this shit, and then it just, and you have Ty on it, you're just like, yo, this shit should be a hit, and it just.
Didn't they get like an MTV award before the video came out?
What?
Yeah, it did. Well, what about Wiggle It?
What's that?
Is that even working in New York?
I don't even know what that is.
That's a
I feel
French
like
Montana
that's
song.
kind of bomb, man.
Yo, that is a song on paper. Sounds like it should be a hit. French
Right.
Montana and City
I seen
Girls.
this, that video, the French Montana
yeah,
video.
yeah.
I
City
seen
Girls
that.
and French Montana.
It's fucking terrible.
It should be a hit.
It's a Nightcrawler's flip. It's horrible. Yeah, it's a disaster.
All right, so another.
Yo, real quick.
Yeah.
DJ D Miles just checked in the group on the live chat.
Oh.
He says hello from Aruba, everybody.
Is his ass better?
What do you call it? Another overhype we were talking about would be the whole Khaled album.
Yeah, that's what the studio audience is saying.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled.
But
Like,
DJ Khaled's
is the
album. Overhyped.
Rihanna record on that album?
No, that was the last
That
album.
was the last album.
That was the last.
Okay.
They tried to do another one of those.
I don't
but-
think anyone plays a single record off that album.
Off the
No.
Khaled album right now.
Nothing.
Outside of Wish maybe.
There's a DJ
Yeah.
City edit for Just Us with the Outkast out the front kick cut up. That shit fucking works all the time. It's just an acapella. I mean, it's basically Miss Jackson, but just like.
Oh, acapella intro.
It's the
Wait,
acapella
hold on.
intro. That shit works though.
Wait a second. So you put the acapella of the song they sampled back over the song?
It goes. Hey, remember where you are.
I'm just curious.
I didn't make the edit. I just play it.
I'm just curious.
Fair.
It's interesting.
It is.
Yo,
Wow.
By the way, we got a new audience here. We got Bella, Night Train.
Oh, yeah,
Lady
have them come
Shasta.
in. Have them
All
come
right,
in.
hold on.
Yeah, we got room in here.
They know
Hey,
to come
what
on this
happens?
side.
What happens if you don't pause? Like, does the Earth swallow itself?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah, it's really like a Harlem thing. Like just hanging out with these dudes just really fucked up my head.
It would be
That's
really
all it
tight
is.
if you didn't pause. I want to like see you like
I could do it.
deconstruct.
I could do it.
No more pauses for the rest of
You
this
stop
episode.
pausing.
That's
Like,
that's the challenge. The pause challenge. Crooked.
Mention something.
Yesterday at Everyday People, Jamie tried to pause me because
No.
my host said, "Oh, I love it when you give me the mic, DJ MoMA," and he said, "Pause," and I was like, "But my host is gay. How you gonna pause a gay?
You can't
How you gonna pause a gay guy?
Jamie, wow,
You
Jamie.
cannot pause a
Jamie.
gay person."
Me and
Jamie,
Stone
you've
Rock
come a long
Sensitive.
way.
Yo, me and Stone Rock came to a conclusion that
Stone Rock and I.
Stone Rock and I just Stone Rock and I came to a conclusion that you cannot pause the gay guy.
Excuse me. Never pause a gay person.
We cannot pause a gay person.
I need some female women representation up into the front.
Excuse me, women.
I need some women DJs representation to the
What's
front.
the politically correct thing to say now?
Women DJ.
Women DJ. Okay.
Yeah, because female.
Because I remember we said female on the show and they were like, "Yo, you can't say that."
Yeah, you can't say that.
Don't
We
you
gotta
guys go over
correct
this
ourselves.
stuff every single episode?
What's up, Night
Every
Train?
episode, you guys have the same conversation
What do you
about,
mean?
That's kind of
about pause.
We got
and
Bella
what to
coming
call
in.
women, refer to women DJs.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lady
Can
Shaw.
yeah,
Check
Lady
in with
Shaw.
Obama. You good?
Can you guys move over a little bit?
Always women making you hot.
No, I need to get Neva. I know he needs
Always women making you hot.
hospitality. No, you're done. I know you're done. I'm not.
Stone, move over a little bit more.
I'm not done. Yeah, right now.
What are you driving?
I am. I can make the wife drive.
What are you responsible?
All right.
This is what I want to know.
Yes.
How long is Antonio Brown going to last on the Patriots?
The whole year.
Oh, he's gonna
The
behave.
whole year. The whole
Through
season.
the
He's
time
gonna
to
behave.
get the ring.
He's gonna live out his contract.
He
Bill
did
Check
that.
don't
He
play
did that
shit.
bullshit just to get over there.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
lost
Crooked doesn't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't know about
Crooked
sports,
doesn't
though.
know shit what you guys are talking about. Just
Crooked,
in
you
the
don't
Go
know- you don't
sports.
know
Nothing about.
He's a
sports.
boxer.
Finally, we got some minorities on that side.
Finally, yes, we have a few.
It was looking like
Well,
the,
the
it was
the
looking
only,
like the white privilege table over there.
the only one's Bella, really.
Yeah.
True.
Hey, we got Bella Fiasco and DJ Lady Shaw in the building. What's up, yo?
Wait, the females show up and then
Roctagon starts talking about football.
I know, right?
Damn, Rocky.
Wait, we wanted to ask you guys what's up with what was the song of the summer? Everyone voted
I
Act
had
Up.
you guys on live stream in the car while I was driving over, and I was just
loyal.
speeding more and more and more because I was like 12 fucking guys talking about.
I know, right? It's not
Hot Girl
right.
Summer.
That's not right.
Act Up for me was
That's a
huge,
good
and
one.
Act Up has more. I've been playing it longer than No Type. I don't doubt that No Type will be
My
as
Type,
big as
My Type,
My
yeah.
Type will be as big as Act Up or more, but I play the two of them back to back, but I've been playing Act Up a lot more. So I would say everyone does know those first
Till
16
now?
bars.
You're playing Act Up more than My Type.
Now I do Act Up into My Type.
There you go.
I
So
feel like
that's why I
I
think
feel
they're
like My
equal
Type has
now.
become the bigger record
now-
right now, just because
now-
I
Act
feel
Up.
like
is
like
all
My
over.
Type came in later during
Yeah.
the summer, and that's why it caught up to Act Up.
Yeah.
But definitely Act Up in like since the beginning of summer, everybody's playing
Act
Act
Up
Up.
just has more time on it.
But I might say that My Type is benefiting from the Hot Girl Summer
No,
movement
definitely, yeah.
that Act Up created.
Absolutely.
With those
City
other
Girls
City Girl
created
songs.
the-
Right? Because
Yeah.
what was the
the
first
wave,
song
and
they
now
had that popped?
Yeah,
I'll
everywhere.
Take Your Man.
Twerk.
You know, that's
Yeah,
kind of
that-
I'll Take Your Man, and then Twerk came out.
I feel like
came out
Twerk
first,
came out
right?
first. Twerk came out first.
No, I
Twerk
Take Your
came
Man
out
came out.
I'll Take Your Man
last
is
year.
old.
Take Your Man came out last
I'll
time.
Take
Yeah.
Your Man is
Yeah.
old.
But did that work for you? I know you were
I
really
played it
putting
early.
hard.
Yeah, I did play it.
It
It worked a
worked
little
for the
bit.
Ratchets.
I tried to play it. It just never worked for me ever, man.
I just like that salt and pepper. sample.
Yeah, nobody
exactly.
knew that sample. See?
I know.
Yeah, they get lost.
What about you, Bella? Song of the summer.
Same. That's a given. Act,
Act
up,
Up?
and My Type.
That's it.
Act Up, but My Type is getting a little bit more
Right now,
buzz,
yeah,
a
only
little
because it
bit.
came later. But like she said, it goes hand in hand.
Okay.
Pause.
No pausing.
We're not pausing.
We're not pausing.
Hey, yo, what?
No pause challenge.
You can't pause gay people, you can't pause women.
Hey, yo, Bella, not Lizzo though.
I guess depending on the crowd. Like in Vegas, it works, but when I play at like more hip hop clubs out here, it's kind of corny, you know.
What the bottle service?
Voice of
It's
reason.
a girl's anthem, but like I don't know, I can't get away with that in like a predominantly hip hop club.
Because it's not a
Even
hip
if
hop
it's
song.
like
It's not, yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's top
It's a
40,
pop
so not really.
But it doesn't
Depends
even
where
sound
I'm
like a
at.
top 40 song. It sounds like we were talking. It sounds like something from a musical.
Yeah, it sounds
Or
like a
like
Disney
some
Channel
Andre
song to
3000
me.
shit, really.
But that Four Color Zach, he's had a lot of success playing the tracks from The Lion King, so it's,
Oh.
it's no big surprise.
All right, yo,
Shout out Zach.
overhyped songs of the summer. We were just like, if we're gonna vote, what we say, Khaled album, the most overhyped shit of the summer. What?
Project.
Yeah,
Whole project, yeah.
Hot Girl
Every
Summer is
song.
overhyped. Is that working for y'all? Hot Girl Summer?
I've played that maybe like a couple times.
No, it's not
Yeah,
popping.
it's not. It's
butt
pretty
sex. That's
dull.
It's not popping.
much
Okay,
to it.
we're over it
No,
then.
no. To me, this is
So it
what it
never
does.
made
This
it.
is what it does. The floor doesn't go anywhere. Like more people get on the floor, but they're not excited about it.
To fill
They're
it.
not like
it's
hey.
a
They're
good
like,
filler.
they're
It's
like
a
oh,
good filler.
I know this. I know this.
I think it's like a really good 11:45 record.
It's a Vegas record
yeah.
because you got a long night.
No.
You got to fill it in. It's not a LA record.
That's not even. It's not even hitting in New York, huh?
Not at all.
Damn.
Wow.
That's a West Coast. That's a bunch of West Coast. All
I
right.
got a question for a moment. Yo, is Bestie? Is that working in New York or no?
Bad Baby.
The Bad Baby
No.
joint?
You
Bestie.
playing that?
You my motherfucking bestie.
Yeah,
Bestie.
That's Bad Baby.
Yeah, that's Bad Baby.
No. Not at
Shit
all.
works for me real well.
Oh,
Really?
You like them
Yes.
corny records.
Yo, man, I didn't say I liked it. Hey, I didn't say I liked it. I said it worked for me well, right?
Wait, where's Night Train?
Nitro's over in the cup.
Where did he crawl to?
Over there. He's
Come
crawling
over
over
here.
there. Get him over here.
Hey, can we we'll have him sit here in the minority side.
Welcome,
brother.
We drafted him.
Welcome, brother. By the way, the live stream, the chat's going crazy because Bella's in here. By the way, they're claiming her girl, the girlfriend's here.
Oh yeah. Their
Don't
girlfriend's
be
here?
Shout out to everybody in the live stream. By the way,
Wait, he can't sit higher than me.
yeah.
All right.
You don't want him on top of you?
Hey.
Don't
do it.
I know it's hard.
Spicy.
All right, let's. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about what were the songs that should have popped this summer.
That should have.
That should have popped. There was a lot of good. I guess there
Talking
was some
Heads,
good
This Must
music.
Be the Place.
I pull out my laptop.
Anything?
We go back to Nicki Minaj.
I got
that song.
I got a question though. There's a song that's really big on the West Coast in Cali, right? Which is the Mustard intro with One Take Jake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not hitting in New York at all, right?
Yeah.
No.
I would say everything on Mustard's
It won't,
album
right?
right now needs to be
Speak
hit.
your mind. Speak your mind, Playboy.
It won't hit just because you have to understand like the LA culture to understand a one take J. So that's only going to be a regional record.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
I think it could cross over just because of the sample. It's a shy sample.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the record hits, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not a crossover.
No.
Like just the way it's a mustard record. Like it's just one take.
It's the intro to the
bodies that
You're
shit,
not
though.
really playing unless it's a pop mustard record. You're not playing it.
And One Take J had a regional record with Hello. And like, I don't think a lot of people even know that shit.
No.
It samples the fucking iPhone ringtone.
And that's a primetime record.
That's a
hip-hop
primetime
club.
record in any room in LA.
Yeah.
That beat was hard.
No, the One Take J really, like, you just need to play the intro and the first verse and the chorus, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That is what everybody goes wild in the club for that, but they don't know the rest of the song. It's one of those, like, play 30 seconds and get out.
Quick hit,
Yeah.
Last night at Everyday People, Equal played a record I had never heard, and it went off stupid. What was it? Bop?
Bop.
Use a bot.
I think that's a
Let's
West
use a
Coast
bot.
thing, though.
That's
why.
It was so good. I'm gonna try to break it like back in New York because it's
Do
dope.
it. But it's
really
a West
dope.
Coast thing, but it's time to take them both coasts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, but those I don't think those records are gonna make it out of.
They'll
the West
never work
Coast.
in New York. Like,
Because yo, like his
YG's
Big Bang,
terrible
Big
YG
Bang
songs,
barely
it's
works.
not gonna happen out
Big
there.
Bang barely works in New York, right?
Wow.
It kind of works,
See,
but
barely,
you
yeah.
just you got to get out of it around before. Yeah, you got to get out of it soon. But
Yo,
it
you
works.
You can't front though on a hip hop level in New York. It's a little bit limited with the catalog of music that you guys can play, right? With new hip hop, I feel like new hip hop out here is a trend in LA and Cali. I feel like, remember with Rock, we were talking about this. It's literally a trend for like dorky motherfuckers to come up to you and request like the new R.O.A.D Rich song just to do it. That's like the cool thing, to come up to you and be like, "Yo, can you play
Roddy Rich?"
Roddy Rich, yeah.
But I think LA's more open to all types of hip hop, as opposed to New York might be like more. Of
I
just
think,
the South
but I think LA
and
listens
the
to
East
more hip
Coast.
hop too. There's like more
Yeah.
hip hop on the radio. Like in New York, we're still might play like the top 10 biggest hip hop records in one night, but the rest of your hip hop set is like, you know, classic party shit or ASAP Ferg work. Like that's what people come out for.
Is
They
Pure,
don't really
is like
come
Pure
out.
Water working in New York?
It's a good filler. Pure Water 100, you know, Star Tender.
Pure Water's a filler in LA too, though.
Those are good fillers.
What about Tatiana? That leaked over?
Tatiana's huge.
The
Like,
Cardi remix. Yeah.
No, I don't even play the Cardi remix
I only play the
because the
regular
song
one.
is not big enough to last beyond that weird intro hook, which I can never count the bars on it.
What's the last
It's like
hip hop
8,
song that
12.
came? What's the last hip hop song that came
It's
out that
weird.
crossed
Yeah,
over?
I'm right there with you.
Crossed over where?
I don't know. It's to both coasts.
Yeah.
Are y'all playing Tatiana?
Huh?
I mean, you gotta remember, last summer all we played was Drake.
Well, yeah. Wouldn't that be the song that crossed over, "Money in the Grave," on both coasts?
Yeah, probably.
That's huge in New York, no?
Well, you're cutting it out before you get to Ross, right?
Yeah.
I just let it play because I don't fucking
But
care.
that song's pretty big in New York.
No, it's not very big at all.
It's pretty big.
It's big in Toronto.
On the West Coast, right?
What's Toronto?
It's pretty big. It's like one of the bigger
Yeah.
records out here. No?
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. Is no one? No, not at all. Money
I mean,
in the
it
Grave.
is for me, but my work is like very OVO'd out, so I have a skewed perspective.
Oh, because you got a lot of OVO dudes over there.
Yeah, they're all, OVO guys are always at my gig. So
Okay.
Slight flex.
no.
Don't mind me.
I work in a restaurant. They made me wear a collared shirt, like some flex.
Well, you got to wear a collar shirt now.
Yeah, I have to look nice. I'm the center of attention.
I mean, you want to plug where you spending at?
No.
Okay.
I don't want you riffraff coming.
I wanted to ask
No, hey, whoa.
Hey, any underrated tracks? Like
For me, it was Tory Lane's "Broke Leg."
I
When I,
just-
saw
oh,
the
yeah, we were
music
just talking
video
about
for
that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
the song came out, and then Quavo's verse when that drops, and he's like, "What's up, though?" I'm like, why hasn't this blown up in the club? I tried in LA and Miami. Tory does well in Miami, a little bit in LA, but I just thought that song would be maybe the song of the summer when that came out. I mean,
Crooked loves
yeah.
Tory Lanez, so you're pushing all his
it
buttons
works.
right now. He loves
Yeah, I love
it.
Tory Lanez.
You're always trying to sell me on some shitty Tory Lanez song.
I feel like
but it had Quavo,
I think-
Tyga, like it was a collab. The music video was girls twerking on a mountain of twerkers. Like I just thought that was part of.
I
what
don't
was
know.
gonna
Are,
make
are
Hot
we
Girl
really
Summer
like
Hot
watching
Girl Summer.
videos to see if we like the song?
I didn't even know there
Damn,
was
why
a
you
video
dissing
to that
it?
song.
No, I'm just saying.
What about, what about-
Everyone's gonna go home and watch the video now after this.
what about Megan Thee Stallion?
I don't
What
think
about her
Stone's
body of
gonna
work?
watch it.
that was
solid records.
Yeah.
That I play, every night. Big Ol' Freak,
Yeah.
Cash Shit, and Simon Says.
Yeah.
That's a given. And then I think you can go a little bit deeper in the catalog, late night. But I love Meg Thee Stallion, man. She did a lot for me this summer, like a lot of mileage.
Cash Shit has become one of her bigger records now, right?
Cash Shit is probably the biggest one right now.
Right now, yeah.
Big Ol' Freak is losing steam.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, or just like in LA?
Oh no, in New York for me.
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I have trouble with Big Ol' Freak. I'll play it like in Long Beach or LA, but it doesn't really like pop off. Like not like as a primetime song.
I'm playing at the end.
But like, yeah, more like after one.
Yeah.
Like I can get away with it, but
Even if
like
you play like one verse, you can't.
I don't know. It's not. Yeah, these are all like
She
fillers.
doesn't have
They're
that
not
hit yet. She needs
strong
that hit.
records.
She doesn't have that. She needs that hit.
Yeah.
Not bragging. I don't know if this is actually bragging, but I usually play to rooms that are like 60% female. Women.
Yeah.
So
That
you
plays
totally.
that plays
And I
a
feel like
huge role.
I don't know. Please don't take this the wrong way. I feel like your crowd, especially in New York, your crowd's really is like educated and knows what's like happening in media and stuff like that. So like they're on Meg Thee Stallion in like the brand of Meg Thee Stallion
In a cultural
and like
way.
the culture in a
Yeah.
cultural
Right.
way. It's not like just some person in their car like driving to work every day. They're not connecting to like the Meg Thee Stallion brand and all the stuff that's going on around her. I feel like your crowd's is they're on their shit. They know what's happening.
The everyday people crowd.
Yeah, totally. They know, like, they're reading. They're everywhere.
Yeah, we actually have a saying about everyday people. It's not a reality. It's not like the real world.
It's a bubble.
It's a bubble.
That's a fact. I know that. I
Because
admit it. I admit
Because
it.
songs that go off in your room in your party do not go off almost
Tevin
anywhere
Campbell,
else. Yeah.
Can We Talk is my biggest song
of the night.
Everyday people.
But that's something that he curated.
Exactly.
It's not like it wasn't an accident. It was on purpose.
Yeah. It was like years of work. Like years and years. Yeah.
I mean, while it might be an insulated thing, everyone who's there knows what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. I mean, you were there yesterday. You've been stopping through whenever you can to everyday people.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it firsthand. Like
it's my favorite party.
Yeah.
Period. And I'm not even saying that because you're in the room. I say it out loud from the tops of the mountains. It's one of the best.
He basically wants you. He wants to spin one day.
We already talked about it. We already talked about it.
When does that happen?
No, but even without that, because people go there, like I said, they go there knowing what's going on, and it's uninhibited, genuine fun, and that doesn't really exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So like, even if you were playing all of these songs that you guys mentioned that I've never heard of in my fucking life, it would, and the same thing was going on, I would still have the same reaction to it. Now it helps that you play Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk?
Right.
But it's just everyone's there to have fun. No one's bullshitting on their phone or like Instagramming or whatever it is. And that's why it's special. That's why it's unique. Shouts
Appreciate
to
you,
everyday
dog.
people.
I like that shit. Is there anything, guys, that you guys have been playing in the club? Now that we got all these club DJs in the room, I love it. We have different sexes, different races, all types of places. We got everyone in the room. I want to know what you guys think I'm missing in the club right now. Is it getting redundant? Is
There's
it getting
two
anything?
Tory Lanez records that I play. One is Freaky.
Yes.
You play that?
Yeah.
And then he's got another one. We Stay Lit. All of that
Ferris
shit.
wheel.
That shit always hits.
They all fucking sound the same.
Yeah.
Ferris wheel.
No, the titles.
Yeah.
I think it's called Ferris wheel.
It's called Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel with
I don't mean this in a bad way, but I think all Tory Lanez records are just different speeds of the same fucking song.
Exactly.
But they're good.
Yeah. But if
They
you
are-
give me,
Sorry,
if you give me
I
directions,
was
I was
bro.
saving on Tory Lanez until we
No,
did a
no,
party.
don't get me wrong. I play all of them at
Yeah,
different
exactly.
times of the
And
night.
I feel
They're
like
all
Tory
dope
Lanez
records,
songs are
but-
exactly like Doritos. Like
First and foremost,
Doritos.
but it's kind of the same
They're all
fucking
good.
song.
Even the
Got
shit
the
that he
formula.
did with 6
No, he's got the formula. He's got a template that he starts with. And then
Dude,
it just
I
goes.
honestly think Tory Lanez is making some of the better club music, but no one's listening to it.
Bro, I was
No,
totally
he's
sleeping
definitely-
on Tory
yeah.
Lanez until we did Everyday People Toronto. And obviously it was Toronto, so
Yeah.
home court advantage. Every time the local DJs dropped Tory Lanez, the room went off.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is a really good record. Like,
Yeah.
this is a power fillers. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
Broken Leg should have been a smash this summer, yo.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge. That record should have been a smash. I slept on Kika for a while. I was like, yo, that's a rap. No one wants to hear 6ix9ine or that.
Don't play
I heard that
his
shit in the
But
club.
just don't play his verse.
We
Yeah,
don't do
just-
that in
yeah.
LA anymore, though. Like Kika,
That shit-
like,
that shit
6ix9ine
still hits.
Stopped in LA.
Yeah, but you can still play Tory Lanez that Kika.
I feel
You
like
know what I'm saying?
Tory Lanez
I've
just
never
he
heard
that.
lacks
Sitting on the hot
So
shit.
fucking
he lacks the
bad.
star power. You know what I mean?
He does. He has no.
He has no star power, but he has all
those
these good
records are
songs.
good. They're well written. They're good songs. He has. I don't even know what he looks like. He has no like.
He looks like D Miles.
I do think it's
It's
a Toronto,
And he just got a new
Miami
headline.
thing because
Yeah.
he is strong in Toronto. He's strong in Miami, and then I try him in LA, and he's kind of strong in LA, but clearly not so much New York or Vegas.
Right.
It's not
Mike, how
popping
does it
in New
work?
York?
Hold on.
Which one?
It's not. Tory isn't popping.
No, he works for me.
I feel like Ferris wheels pop in.
No,
Yeah.
Tory
No,
Lanez.
the Power
Really,
Fillers.
That's freaky.
Doesn't Tory Lanez have a residency at
Jewel.
At Jewel, right? I
Jewel,
think
no,
he
One
sells-
Oak.
I thought
One
One
Oak,
Oak.
right?
No, I
One
think
Jewel.
he's at Jewel now. He sells tickets there, man.
But he
Like,
shows
he's
up
like
at
one of their bigger
But
people.
he shows up at 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, for real?
Dead ass.
I don't know how that is.
Is that good or bad?
For the club?
Dude, I've been pushing Tory like all summer
He works
really
there.
hard, and it's like it's been a fight like playing Tory joints. And I think all those are good that you mentioned.
Oh, what do you call it? I wanted to kind of switch over to like another genre. I wanted to talk about, I don't know, like I've been going out to the clubs. I love hip hop. You know, I love open format. I love old school. I know 2000s has had like a resurgence. You know what I mean? We're hearing a lot of like 2000 records in the clubs, even being sampled. My Type, P.D. Pablo, right? Twerk, Chopper,
Lil Wayne, Uproar.
I mean, everything Saweetie does, basically. Is
Icy Girl,
2000s.
right?
Yeah.
Kaya, whatever the fuck. I mean, we're seeing a resurgence in 2000s. Are we going to get house back into the clubs, you guys think? Are we going to get house music? Not necessarily EDM. I'm talking like house music.
Like the loud luxury type of house music.
I'm talking like house music.
Because
Kind of
I
like
feel
what
like
you guys do with Dance
something's
Dance Dance
happening.
a little bit, right?
What's a loud luxury?
Loud luxury is like it's the closest thing they have to like a Stardust of this kind of era. Like it's got a vocal, it's like vibey, and it's aggressive enough to be good in the club, but it's not too aggressive to be EDM.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you right now, from a guy who deals with house music stuff all the time, house is on some techno and tech house thing. If you go anywhere, internationally, anything, they've gone way back into just tech and tech house stuff. I'd be really, really surprised if it came back on some real pop stuff.
That
Honestly,
culture is actually getting bigger now.
Yeah.
Just
What'd you say?
anybody in tech house, like deep house, tech house,
Yeah,
UK
huge.
bass house type of stuff. Yeah.
huge. Like those tracks
Really?
are like massive. Yeah, yeah.
Can
It's
you
not-
name a couple or like
I
what?
mean, we're talking like Chris Lake, he came
Fisher,
back, and he Chris
Medusa.
Lake is Fisher.
Yeah, Chris Lake wrote that.
Right, he wrote all those records, his whole album. So I mean, we're talking about like old school. I mean, Chris Lake made a hard electro back in the day. And now he's just an amazing producer. But now he's making that like techno, like tech kind of they call it funky techno, but it's just techno. It's just happy techno.
Loud Luxury is the group, but what's their record that's a hit? Is it this? Is this Martin Garrix remix? Is that the one? Scared to be Lonely? Is that their hit?
No, what's the name? Body.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Do you guys see like a resurgence coming for house or no?
Well, I
Not
think
coming back?
there's ways to flip it because of the dembo, like that up-tempo reggaeton.
Yeah.
That's really like working in the New York clubs. It's
Can you
120.
name some of the Dembo songs?
Like
I don't know.
Pomposo, like that's all the Spanish I know.
Is that like the bop 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 Scooby Doo?
Yeah,
bop?
exactly.
That's one of them. All right.
So that's
okay.
that's
No,
like
that's more than- I
up-tempo
thought that's-
dembo.
I thought Dembo is
That's
more
Dembo.
like, that's the Dominican.
Yeah.
That's Dominican. That's Puerto Rican Dembo. But I thought that was more like Brazilian.
But that's baila funk.
Yeah, baile funk.
Baila funk, it's
The
a
stuff
bit
you're talking-
faster,
that's
130.
Scooby-Doo, bop, bop. I feel like all that. That's not like the same.
So that record is dembo. It's
Yeah, that's
I think it's Dominican.
Dembo is crazy. If you see a bunch of Dominican party where they play Dembo, like I play this thing called the Aventura Dance Cruise.
Yeah, yeah.
Aventura Latin Dance Cruise. And they have me as the only guy who does not play any kind of Latin music on the boat.
Right.
Like I do the Vegas high energy thing, which basically means hip hop and old school stuff.
Yeah.
I play an old school party. But I go to the parties and I just hear like 2 hours of Dembo and just people are going like batshit.
That's crazy.
Like crazy. Like twerking out of their minds, grinding on each other. They do that. What is that thing where they bounce and be beating the crap out of girls? What is it?
The daggering?
Daggering, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what
Yeah.
is
They're
this?
beating
don't
the
actually-
crap out of girls.
They don't
Oh my
actually
God.
beat them.
Crazy.
I just see how it is.
Like imagine it's always like a girl is a little more stout and the skinniest dude in the room.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And he is
Bouncer.
flipping around her like
Yeah.
she's a stripper pole.
Yeah,
Like
that's
and
just
just
funny.
jumping up and down. It's
We
mad.
Those
warned
videos
you
are
your summer's
amazing.
over, ladies.
I watch those all day.
Yo, but it's like crazy. Like it's actually I can't believe the skill level of some of these dudes. Like they're just whipping around. Like what is that thing on the horse in gymnastics where they do the thing around the horse in gymnastics?
with the
Yeah. That's kind of how it is, except on a girl's back.
Yeah.
Am I
That's just
like
amazing.
exaggerating? Is
No, I've seen it. I've seen it.
I'm not exaggerating. It's accurate, right?
I think
Full
they bring out
accuracy.
ladders sometimes, and it looks like a little
Dude, it's
wrestling
wild.
situation.
But the guy jump off a tree. On
Do you guys
stage,
do
bro.
you like Rock? You're working. You've been working on a ton of remixes and house remixes and disco stuff. Is there like is there a resurgence? Is there something that you see coming through that's gonna leak? Because I would really love to start playing something in the 120s to 130s.
You can go for it.
I would like some new shit. I'm saying.
Lizzo has a song that sounds like Chromeo. You can play that.
Yo, one sec. We have a legend in the live chat, which is DJ Jazzy Jeff. Just stepped into the live chat.
Oh, what up, Jazzy Jeff?
He said, "What up, MoMA?" Specifically to
Jeff?
you. I don't know why. But yeah, continue the convo. Shout out to Jazzy Jeff.
Nah, I'm saying, what do you call it?
I was gonna say on the house tip.
Yeah,
Jeff shouted me out.
You're heavy in the EDM scene.
I'm more in that
I need a
scene
better chair.
now.
Yeah.
And I've definitely noticed a big
Need a
resurgence
golden
of
mic.
house music in the electronic music scene. Like artists that you wouldn't think are popping or like killing it, getting big billings, like great slots on festivals and stuff. So
You see house coming back a little bit, right?
oh, in a huge way. in the
You
electronic
were
scene.
playing house records before EDM became a thing.
Of course.
Okay, so why can't that continue?
No, I do.
Again, just
Of
the
course, it's going to
popularity is coming
continue.
back.
But I just think everything comes in waves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like hip hop is a wave that came through. EDM was a wave that was kind of like what it was going down towards 2015.
Around there, yeah.
Yeah,
14,
14,
yeah.
14,
It's such a
15,
broad term, now,
right?
EDM.
It is so broad right now, right?
There's like 100 genres within that. But
I just think like all the records from like the hip hop and the pop genres, they're kind of dictated by the audience, by what's going on in the culture. If you're gonna play house in commercial clubs, you have to find those records. There are records that work. Like I have a Magdalena remix. I forgot by whom, but no matter what room I drop it in, it's 123 BPM. It goes off, right?
Yeah.
And you can ride it into other shit. Like I think Major Laser's dropping this new record with J Balvin, or who's the other big reggaeton artist?
Indian flute sample.
Yeah, with the Indian
Bad
flute
Bunny?
sample, and that sounds like almost like classic house.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that set you could do it, and it can last 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, but you got to figure it out, and you really got to trust those records. You know what I mean?
To use the example of Stardust, I don't think that was like a popular record, but when you would play it in the club, in the open format club, it would work, and that was something that if you weren't in the house scene, you might not be immediately knowing about it, but when you would play it in a open format nightclub or whatever it was, it still worked.
Yeah.
So I think to Momo's point, you just have to find the records and trust the records.
trust the
Like,
records.
This is a good record.
And
Let
you
me-
got to
let me
trust
run
that at
this.
some point in the night, it could be 2:30, 3:15. People actually want to dance. Like, they want to shake a leg. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
They just want to exercise for like 10, 15 minutes, and then you can bring them back to the regular program. But you just have to figure out when that time is the right time to do it.
And you can also, if you want to do that, you can pepper those records. Like you find your 2-3 things that you're like, oh, I'm into this, I'm into that, and like work them around and I Follow Rivers or something like that you know is going to work. Or like whatever, like a house thing that always is kind of like, that always goes.
Yeah.
And then you say like, oh, I like this, I like that, I'll pepper it. And then if I lose them, I'll run back to this. You just have to know how to know where you're going. You got to be, if you're thinking 3-4 songs ahead, you can play a couple of those things, try them out, see what works, and like
And
you
gotta
can
have an
always
escape
bring
strategy.
it back.
You got to be.
Exit strategy.
I think it's
exactly.
funny though. It's like you said, I Follow Rivers, right?
Yeah, I mean that's a white girl record. Like don't
but
get it twisted.
It's a huge record in Miami. Like I feel like that is like I don't know, like that's a huge fucking house record in Miami. It's like specifically whenever I'm in Miami playing, that shit like goes the fuck over.
Yeah, it goes the
but
fuck
it doesn't go over. Like so, like I think EDM or like an uptempo house set, it's really different in the cities that you're in. So like Miami is a totally different house set to like fucking. It's probably closer to Vegas a little bit more than LA or New York, but I feel like even in Vegas, it's like an EDM set in an open format club is literally just a soundtrack, and we've talked about this, to Cryo and Confetti.
Yeah, like
you know what
when
I mean?
at the tail end of the 2000s or whatever, like as EDM was coming, like the difference between a New York house set and like a Vegas house set was crazy. Like I would go see somebody in Vegas and they wouldn't play a single house song that I would play in New York.
Yeah.
Like it was just like that crazy shit.
It was breakdowns and build-ups.
Yeah, where in New York at the time it was more like a little more melodic and much more European influenced.
Mm-hmm. It crept over later.
Yeah,
over
but
there.
like LA's always had that thing. Like even in the rave scene days, the sound was different. It was just like it's always been kind of like louder and aggressive here with that stuff.
JCO, you're like in the festival. You're like in the heart of EDM festivals and doing all of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like where are you and where are you? What are you playing? Are you specific to a BPM? Are you mostly
making your own
playing
edits?
trap?
I'm making my own music, more importantly. But my sets now are predominantly like my music stuff that I put out on my label and just edits of current dope shit. But like I bounce around a lot because I do come from this world of fucking real DJ shit. So I jump tempos throughout my whole set, touch almost every tempo.
Yeah.
But I mean, my sets are basically, you know, trap, dubstep heavy, but everything has hip hop influence with vocals and chops over it. And just, but I have moments of super melodic, pretty shit to just like fucking face melting type music. So it's like I try and spread the board, especially in that field. Not many other DJs have that skill set of that I do to like jump around that comfortably.
Okay. Big
So
yourself
my
out.
sets
I
are
like that,
like a lot different. Yeah, a lot of these other cats are just like so mechanical with their sets, and it's just at one speed the whole time, and I'd be too fucking bored, you know. So. Yeah, so you know, I jump around a lot. Some other DJs
you're like big room shit. You're playing big room shit that has to have the
yeah,
the
super high
and
energy.
Yeah.
The energy is like super high the whole time. There's not many lulls.
But there's not much like not substance. There's not much like I guess there's not much melody in it, right? After a while,
In a lot of things, you know.
Does it? I don't know. Sometimes it does like get
So
repetitive.
it does kill me. Even like my managers have come to me like, yo, you just gotta play fucking build ups and drops. Like, don't be playing that melodic shit. I'm like, motherfuckers need to have some sort of feeling throughout the set, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like a lot of these like rave kids, they just want to go so fucking hard the whole time.
Pause.
Like,
yeah.
Sure. You said it.
Sure.
You said it.
No, but don't.
It's true.
Sometimes when I do like when I do a big room house set,
Yeah.
a big room EDM set.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day when we used to do rock sets? We used to do like the typical.
What do you mean used to?
I mean, yeah.
We
used to.
Now you've offended Graham.
Now Graham's leaving.
Now he's leaving.
Now I'm out.
All right. Yo, big shout out to Graham Funky. Thank you, man.
But no, let me clear. I'm not leaving because the conversation sucks.
All right.
I got business to attend to.
But like a lot of like in the electronic world, like a lot of the sets, like I could go 8 records without playing a song that has like a strong lead vocal. It's just crazy build ups and drops, and
Yeah.
the kids are going fucking ape shit, you know?
And they know the music.
Yeah. But the beautiful thing about that shit is they don't have to know the music. Like I could play some brand new shit that no one's ever heard, but if the energy level's there, like
Yeah.
they're going off to it. That's like the difference of having a pepper to a club where people are really need to be guided to where these kids are just like, I'm here to have the fucking time of my life.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
know?
gonna lie. Like, who stays on top of like new EDM shit?
Yeah.
You do, right?
Yeah, but they're like
EDM is in your
bootlegs.
blood, man. You was
They're
in
like
LMFAO, bro.
Yeah.
You fucking started EDM.
I was trying to throw you a
Let's
lob.
get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's
I didn't know you do the long rock.
Let's get into it.
The party
It
rocker.
wasn't the time.
The party rocker. Hey, yo.
I play a little bit of. I play like.
Where's Red Fruit?
Shine,
Tell
my
Red Fruit to
brother,
come
shine.
in.
Come out. He's,
Where's Red Fruit? Is Red Fruit here?
Trey.
No?
No, he's not.
Come on.
He didn't get the invite. I put his name on the invite list.
But also you can't
didn't send him a
generalize.
flyer?
I would love for this group to understand we can't just say EDM music as one thing. Because there's so
break it
many
down.
different genres.
Trap EDM. What is it?
I mean, there's
We'll be here for an
break
hour.
down the genres. No,
I mean,
wanna
I
know.
can't even get to it all, but I mean, like,
Nah, come on,
it's
get
just
You'll be here for
within trap music. There's like, you know, future bass. There's like just
Future bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Future bass is like melodic
That
trap.
was a Nicki
shit.
Minaj record, right?
Super
years
bass.
ago.
You know, there's like within dubstep, there's like rhythm. There's like all different types of styles of dubstep.
Okay.
Within house music, there's, you know, bass house. There's funky house. There's UK house. There's
Disco.
you know, within every
I
genre.
could
there's,
say
like-
the same thing about hip hop.
And I'm not disagreeing, but
Yeah.
you're over here saying EDM music is like
Yeah, but
30
people said
genres.
if someone said open format. I mean, open formats. I wouldn't get insulted.
No, I'm not. I'm not insulted.
I'm not insulting.
More
you.
importantly,
I don't
not
feel
insulted.
insulted.
I'm just. It's just tough to generalize.
No, we're not. I'm not trying to pigeonhole you
Nah.
into anything.
Well, what were you going to say about playing rock records?
Oh, I said sometimes when I do an EDM set, I feel like I'm doing an old rock set because I'm playing just all the songs that it's
playing
like
Guns N'
older
Roses.
EDM.
Like the shit that
The
they
hits.
need.
I'm saying the old EDM, so there is no new EDM, big EDM songs. So I have to play old EDM songs that people know, and it seems like I'm doing a throwback for old people who want the nostalgia of 2010,
I feel that on the mainstream level.
2012. So I'm doing like a rock set for these people.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
Because I rarely.
stuff like that.
Yeah, like I got to do all that, and if I play any new house records, like it just wouldn't work. It would just.
But that's because
I
you're
get
in a
what you're
commercial
saying.
room.
Yeah.
You're not in a dance music room.
Because like when I mainly do more like shows and stuff now, but I still do club gigs here and then. But I find myself when I do those gigs digging in the archives for the type of shit you're
like
talking
you're
about.
gonna still play Econo Pop, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just shit still
could-
goes
it-
off.
Yeah, it definitely goes off. I may or
In the
may
club,
not go there, but
yeah, that's what you're playing.
But I get what you're saying.
That's what
But
they know.
but like animal,
Huh?
you can still drop animal and it'll still work.
Yeah.
Like if
But
I'm in a Vegas club and I go into that for like if I go in for 5 or 10 minutes,
But I was saying we wanna
like
do
I'll do something into animal, into sweet dreams, into something else. You know what I mean? Like it all still works.
Yeah.
Crooked, but what you're saying is like an open format set is just not. There's not a lot of up-tempo records that are new. You're kind of like bringing back a lot of records. And
Like
that's-
he was mentioning, he's like, all right, we could bring Magdalene. Oh, hey, we got that right, and then there's like there's a handful of songs that you can
But
put
it's
in
not
there,
like what it used to be. And so what you're saying with the rock records is like,
dude. I know a lot of dudes that are still playing Rihanna. I found love, right? They're still
Found
playing
Love.
that. That's still like they're still playing that.
Right,
and
but they're taking those tracks.
But that's like a pop record.
That's a
but
classic
the
pop
discussion
record.
is
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It just reminds me of like an old rock set. Like, oh, this is like
It's like playing Back in Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, We Found
no, like-
Love's a wedding record.
This is like an
We Found
AC/DC.
Love is like a modern day
Exactly.
Show Me
Living on a
Love,
prayer.
Robin S. You know, it's gonna be around.
They're still making
be around
remixes
forever.
of "Show Me Love."
After all these years.
No, look,
we need new ones. That's why.
So when I do my clubs where I can play EDM stuff or stuff like that, I'm using the drop is a newer EDM song, but the build up has like I don't know, like Jonas Brothers or Rihanna on top of it. So yeah, get down, DJ City. But I'm just saying, like the Icona Pop, you'll have the Icona Pop in the build up, and then the drop is a newer EDM song.
Yeah.
The people like the reaction or people react to the drop because it's a drop, but they don't know what the drop is.
Right.
That's the energy I get from the people.
but that's
the
like
beauty
that's
of
not
that
new
shit,
music though. That's just like flipping other shit.
Right.
the drop can be new,
But
but
it's the same song.
It's the same song.
Yeah.
People are like
Yeah,
making new remixes of
It might as well
Econo
be
Pop.
it might as well be a Khaled record.
Yeah.
Just the drops change.
Go ahead.
Keep the sound relevant. So it's the same songs, but it's different like versions of the song.
But there's no new
just depending on-
new songs popping off. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
But you
Fisher,
but
you
you
can
do
play
it.
Fisher losing
Fisher-
in a club for sure.
You say
But you
Fisher?
do like an all.
Fisher's definitely crossing over.
Yeah.
and
Absolutely
Chris
crossing
Lake,
over.
Yeah.
So, but you do an all house like night, all house
Sometimes,
day party, yeah.
yeah.
And I was trying to think like, I don't like playing 3 hours of house or 2 hours of house, 2 to 3 hours of house.
It's the best.
It's the
I mean,
best.
for me, it's different because obviously I don't get booked to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if I like hit up the homies that I know do parties like that, I know I can get away with. You know, it's a different party too. It's a different culture. It's a different group of people. So
Yeah.
I love doing it. But
What are
I
some of
wouldn't
the
get
bigger
booked to
records that
do-
you're playing in
I
there?
have a question on
Yeah.
that Fisher record. How much of that Fisher record is the record, and how much of it is his like personal branding and just being out there selling it and like connecting with fans and this and that?
I think the hype is. I feel like
Is
that's
it
a
the
good
record or is it
But I
him?
feel like it was overhyped. That's big overhype on.
So
that
you
one.
think a lot of it's him? People like him.
I don't think it's necessarily him. It's just how hard it was pushed, how in your face it was for that type of record.
So
that
payola.
Everyone watched. I guess so. Like whatever.
Somebody give Stone a mic.
Whatever got it done. Stone.
No, I'm just seeing how long the delay is.
He was just. He was just.
Hey, yo.
I feel you though.
My hand's still not up on the video.
Hey, yo,
It's about 30. It's about 32 seconds now. 32 seconds. It's a while. Shout out to everybody in the live stream, by the way.
Hey yo, since we got this little break, we have a DJ City giveaway. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Styles
You
looking
gonna
at me
give
like
me that
I
Miss
should've done-
Jackson remix?
I should have done this a lot earlier.
I'm texting you trivia.
Yeah, I know trivia. So what are we gonna do? So we're gonna ask a question,
Read the text.
and we're gonna
This would never happen on the MikiDZ Show, by the way.
Huh?
No,
What,
go ahead.
this trivia?
No, the delays.
The
it's 'cause
the
you-
lack of organization on your
It's
behalf.
only 10 minutes long. That's why.
It's your show still. What you talking about?
You guys are at the wheel. We're
If we
just
were
in the back
running it,
seat.
we were running our show. You know?
You guys already lost the co-host.
I know, right? Where he go?
We're down a black guy.
Ours are intact. Oh, no,
He's back. He's back.
All right, so wait, we're gonna give away. Are we giving away what? We're just spreading the shit out.
I mean, yeah, there's a couple T-shirts,
Okay.
hats, like whatever you want to do.
We got a couple
hats from
some DJ City hats, some vinyl, genre bender. Shout out to genre bender in Japan.
Shout out to DJ Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel.
DJ Marvel. The homie Depot.
Blueface baby.
Blueface baby.
Didn't they hit him with a cease and desist?
They did.
Yo, so those are collector's items right now.
So those are free.
That's a badge of honor when they hit you with a cease and desist.
Genre bender, Slipmat. We
Shout
got
out
DJ
DJ Marvel.
City. Serato.
Is that a double or
That's an
what?
exclusive joint.
That's two.
Okay.
So you get 2 vinyls.
We ain't gonna leave you
Where's
hanging.
Where's that LMFAO merch? Though? What's good? Yo, where's that LMFAO merch at, Danger Zone? That's what the live stream's asking.
It's in 2015.
Where's your pants at? You gonna sign and give away?
Hey, yo.
I'm trying to remember where
What
I
is the
saw
trivia
you and the whole
question?
crew getting in a
What is the
van
trivia
at
question?
airport.
We
Do
can
you
go
remember
with
this
you.
or no?
Huh?
We go
We've got
with
in a
you.
lot of vans.
No,
at a lot of
they're-
No,
airports.
but me and Lavelle were getting out of a car right in front
Well,
of you.
Anthony's checking up too.
And
So
your whole crew was getting. My man had his TV set right next to him. And you guys were all good. Do you remember that?
It was in San Diego.
No. Some
Miami?
other city I know.
Is it Miami?
And I was like, yo, what up? And you turn around like straight like zombie face. I was like, yo, are you guys all right?
And I don't drink.
And that's what I'm saying. And I was like, what happened? I go, my first question was, you wear these clothes all the time? I was like, yo, I thought this was a costume. He's like, no, man, every day.
Life.
I wear it every day. This is our life. I'm like,
That direct deposit keeps
that was like,
hitting.
that blew my mind. Me and Lavelle just talked about that for like 12 weeks straight. That shit was
All right.
sorry.
Sorry to interrupt.
I always want to ask you that stuff.
Oh, no,
The LMFAO memory lane.
yeah, the memory
over here.
lane segment.
Where's the dumb stuff that looks like?
The good old
Inspired
days.
by LMFAO.
Let's do this trivia question. Let's do the fashion trivia.
You want to do the fashion trivia?
All right. So whoever can answer this question
The
via
fastest on the live stream.
on the live stream.
Yeah.
Perfect. So whoever's gonna read that shit.
I got it.
All right. So who did fashion carry record crates for?
Yes.
And it's a pretty well-respected, renowned DJ.
Shut! Give it away quick. No, you can't. You can't participate. It's for the viewers. No, I'm talking to Stone.
So when you get a winner,
Trying
just
to
let
win a
me know.
Serato vinyl.
How long is this delay though?
About 30
32 seconds.
All right. So it's gonna take a while.
That's the second question.
So let it marinate.
Nah, well,
Oh, we already got it.
someone got it.
Yeah.
Who got it?
Christopher Delgado.
Can you screenshot that?
Yeah.
All right.
He got
Christopher
it.
Did he get it
Delgado.
right?
Delgado. Yeah, he got it right.
What was the right answer?
Z-Trip.
Ah, there you go.
Quick.
Huh?
Are you just assuming?
You want to do another one just to split the gifts apart?
Yeah.
Split it.
Let's do yours.
Uh,
Who was Crooked's DJ while he was rapping? Who was his tour DJ?
No one's gonna know this. No one's gonna know.
I don't even think Moma knows. He's looking. at
Can we play? Can we play?
Wasn't that on the podcast?
It was
Can
on
we
the
play your
podcast.
demo
Yeah.
tape, or is ASCAP going to come
No.
after us?
Yeah, Spotify's not gonna allow that.
No, you can go on SoundCloud. It's on there.
It'll be on.
It'll be on Beat Source.
I got it.
I'll put it on Beatsource if you want. What do you call it? Yeah, that's good.
Oh, we have the answer already. Boogie Blind.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I knew that.
Who's the winner?
Michael
of that?
Aldon. I'm a
Michael
screenshot.
Aldon.
We might
Okay.
be able to get through all these right
You know
now.
what, man? Shout out to that dude for actually listening to one of our episodes.
I knew.
I thought it was Boogie Blind.
Boogie Blind.
I'm always,
everybody know the answer. Like there's like 20. Like just. Boogie
I'm
Blind,
always
Boogie
shocked that people listen to the Road podcast.
I think people were shocked to find out you were rapping.
Yeah, that's what it was.
All right. I actually want to talk about something that came into the Twitter feed, and then that I noticed it. You know, I don't want to put him on blast, but I've been talking to you about this. I've been talking to a bunch of DJs all the time. Ross One, and it's been about the declining DJ rates, and I think New York has been hit really hard with like some declining DJ rates.
Yeah, but you got to understand, like, this bottle shit's not popping out there. It's a fucking rap.
They're making money, though.
A couple little clubs, but it's not cool. Like, bottles are not fucking cool.
And I want to talk about that because I see kind of
millennials don't fucking care about
they
showing
don't.
people they're spending money. It's over. It's
Right.
a fucking wrap.
the concept of the bottle service club is dying.
It's done. It's fucking done.
So
There'll be a
we're-
few little ones.
We're
here and
starting
there.
to see. Well, New York, we what in the past how many years have we started to see a major decline in DJ rates?
I can't speak on it exactly, but
It's pretty bad.
it's bad. But you gotta also
It's
remember.
bad. No, but you got to admit that it's bad when they're. It's major fucking. And it's not these small clubs. It's major fucking clubs giving $400 to a DJ for the whole night.
While the decline of bottle service might contribute to that, I think it's more the operators just not giving a fuck. Because like now, when the DJ used to be in the forefront, like you'd go to a nightclub and the DJ was probably the most important person in the room, other than the guy who got the ice for the bartenders. Now that's not the case. Now it's just like, let's just check the box. We need a guy playing fucking music.
Right.
And whether you want to go for $200 or not, it doesn't matter because he'll go for $200.
Yeah,
And if
but-
he doesn't, he'll go
but
for
like,
$200.
This is what I said to this thing the other day. Like, we forget that this is an industry that has been decimated by technology. We are like factory workers, and they've brought in robots. But instead of bringing in robots, technology made it much easier to do not a good job, but a passable job. When they put the fucking lines on Serato and you added a visual component to the audio, to mixing the audio, when you could see it and hear it at the same time, it doesn't become twice as easy. It becomes 10 times as fucking easy to do, right? So now it's easier to do, and now it takes, a couple hours. Now it's even faster, but back then it takes 6 hours to transfer a hard drive. So this is an industry where it was really, the fucking barrier for entry was fucking high, and technology's brought it down here. So what does it become? It becomes about the brand of the, like, who are we going to hire? If everyone's kind of like good enough, who are we going to hire?
So it's Serato's fault.
I think part of the problem is that good enough is now acceptable, where exceptional was the standard. Yeah. Even when Serato first came around and everyone started becoming a DJ just because you had a fucking laptop and internet, you still had to be good.
But now
And
it's marketing value.
Now
Yeah,
it's
marketing value.
good enough is fine. Will you take this $200 to play my spot? What were the rates before bottle service in New York?
If it was a major club like that,
500, 1,000.
No, 1,000 for like that size club.
Yeah.
Borderline 1,000 to maybe 1,200,
For,
depending on
for what size club in New York?
I mean, I don't want to say names, but like
Say
this is
clubs that
live
don't
stream.
exist anymore, right? Like Show.
No, well, look, yeah, I mean,
Oh, Show, yeah.
whatever the biggest clubs are in New York right now, there's major clubs in New York that are actual like high energy big clubs.
Yeah.
They're like those DJs are getting 400 to maybe 600 a night.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and-
they would have
and
gotten
before
a
they were
G.
getting 1,000.
Yeah,
A
but
G to
th-
1,200.
some of that is the operators in New York.
Yeah.
And that's their business model.
Yeah.
Because their business model is they have to please like a few tables, and it's
Mhm.
not hard to please a few tables. You just like, they tell you what they want.
Right.
But pleasing everyone is not their business model. So you don't need someone to do that job of pleasing everyone.
But I've been seeing like a lot of dudes in New York struggling.
it's
just
a
like
wrap. It's fucking over, man. It's like
and also
not
like
cool.
New York, Manhattan specifically is like they're just developing residential right now, and the liquor board, they're only giving out 2 a.m. licenses. So unless you have an existing 4 a.m., you're not getting a 4 a.m. renewed. You're getting a 2 a.m. The cops are fucking with everyone. Literally, the only clubs you got left is Up and Down,
Marquee.
One Oak Avenue, and LeSuc. LeSuc, believe it or not, is still rocking.
I'll say this, even in California, like liquor license, they don't give out full liquor license anymore to clubs either. You have
Restaurant.
to do food.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50 or forget it.
Well, that's why
So a lot of
SBE
clubs
got in
get
trouble
past
for
that. When they file their permits, they show seating like a dining area.
They have a kitchen. They have to have a kitchen.
You
And
gotta
then
have a kitchen.
And I can say it's because I'm in this business. Cherries, strawberries, all that stuff. A lot of them they literally buy bulk and they just give it away to say
Right.
that they have food bills.
Mm.
Because the ABC will come in and take that license if it's not close.
Wow.
The ratio.
So Manhattan has been completely neutered. They try to move everything to a Wythe Avenue in Williamsburg, where they developed all the big EDM
heard about
clubs.
that, yeah.
And they had Output, Verboten, Brooklyn Bowl. And actually, if you go out there's a lot more clubs that are popping than in Manhattan.
Yeah, there's mad clubs in Bushwick and stuff now,
Yeah.
and it's different. They don't need play everything DJs. It's like it's a lot of house and a lot of techno is big, and like I mean, New York's become very kind of like middle class and upper middle class.
Right. The people will pay $30 to $40.
Yeah.
To go hear
What about
something.
Techno's really big.
Because I
Is
heard
this why a
Slate
lot of DJs
has-
are
is
moving?
more dance floor focused than table service focused
Slate on
in New York.
21st Street. Is that the old? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I just hear like a lot of DJs like playing there because they focus on the dance floor as opposed to the bottles, and people dance. They don't. It's not just standing around being cool.
But you said something really
I believe that, I'm
important.
just not familiar.
That even like I talk to promoters in New York right now, they can't get supermodels and models into the clubs because clubs ain't cool.
Nah, it's not fucking cool.
Like
Like,
these
popping bottles is so corny.
These 18-year-old, 20-year-old like supermodels that would be in the clubs back in the day, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that would be all over in the nightclubs. They don't want to go to that shit. They're like, we don't want to
You know
go
where they're
there.
going? They got this whole like burner underworld.
Yep.
They do their own parties. They book
Right.
black coffee. They book techno DJs. They
Yep.
charge people $60 to $80 to get in. They rent out spaces. It's like very DIY.
It's like pop-up shops for night, like a nightclub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Festivals, bigger shows. It's bigger festivals. Sorry, my bad. No, it's all right, man. I know you really like this mic. No. Bigger festivals, bigger shows. Like that's what you see. Like these kids, like they'll go to EDC, like Korea, EDC, like they're going traveling over. Like they'll save their money. Like I'm not gonna go out and spend $2,000 on a bottle. I can fly somewhere and have a whole experience on that money.
And that's why more festivals are actually coming to New York. What's the one on Randall's Island that they've been doing?
I want to get back. I want to get back to
Electric
this.
Zoo.
I
Electric
want to
Zoo.
get back to this money thing that you were talking about. Though.
Is it hitting Cali? Is it hitting LA? Because it's hitting Vegas. We're seeing
Butch
that
is
shit
here?
in Vegas.
A pay cut in DJ.
We're seeing the DJ rates going down in Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to sell tickets to get in there.
LA is never.
I bet. There was like maybe like 5 minutes where people were making money in LA when AM was too expensive.
Yeah.
And then everyone else's money kind of just went up.
That was a
Just-
beautiful time.
But yeah, by default.
Yeah.
But then like when he passed, or maybe even when he just stopped playing in LA completely, it was just like, okay, we're
when
gonna.
he passed,
You guys need to calm the fuck down with this.
But I feel like a lot of
$1,500 night.
DJs from New York is moving to LA because they wasn't getting the money they wanted to get in New York.
Yeah, y'all seen that LA DJs, like the guys that are here, like
We
New
saw a
York
lot of guys
motherfuckers
coming
taking over?
I see a lot of.
Like
Taking
invading
over?
your
I don't know about
territory?
taking over, but a lot of guys.
I mean, they're like
out here.
invading your shit, you know, like, yo, what are you doing here?
LA
are
was
there more clubs?
notorious for like having the lowest pay out of the 4 big cities
Right.
or
Yeah.
5 big cities.
feel like
no,
New York
I,
took over.
I thought LA was
Well,
notorious
I
for
think
being the lowest.
LA
paid
was the
DJs
lowest
we
because
only worked till 2.
Yeah, the business hours.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like Miami where they're selling bottles till like 5 in certain spots. But I don't know. I feel like people pay cover charges out here, right? No.
Still bottles, and
Still
I think
bottles?
I have seen DJ rates go down or become more competitive with more DJs coming into the market, but also because I see our pay being distributed to VIP hosts, promoters, and I like some parties that I DJ, they don't even put the DJ's name on the flyer anymore, and I've asked them why, and they said because we're not dependent upon the DJ, we're dependent upon our VIP hosts, our promoters selling bottles. They're on retainer, they're getting commissions, like they can make way more than the DJ now in LA. I think in
But it sounds like
Vegas as well,
Vegas.
in Miami.
Sounds like
Miami
Vegas.
Sounds
promoters
exactly
are on
like Vegas.
retainer with the
Nowadays, you
clubs.
just have to be a partner
That's crazy.
night or something.
Yeah.
And DJ.
We have seen doing
your own party?
throwing your own parties very successful.
Right.
I've have like I get a little work in LA because I've made myself indispensable. Because DJs in LA are so bad, and nobody can do like this is for real though. DJs are so bad out here.
No, he's
that
not lying.
Anybody that can do the job that I do at my gig is off somewhere making better money.
I don't know about all that.
So I'm the only person they could find that like that fits the mold of what they want and that can like do the night.
All I'm saying is I think it's going to get worse.
Yeah. I'm not.
Present
I'm,
company
yeah,
excluded.
yeah.
Can we just say present company excluded?
No.
No, I mean,
I don't know.
Wait. I got a
I
question.
almost don't know how I want to reply right now. I'm gonna think about it first.
I don't think I even know where he DJs.
Wait.
But we can't.
No, I know where he does.
He
don't wanna
does
name
like
it.
he
I
does
know what he
a
does.
very. It's different than what y'all do and what I'm gonna be doing soon.
Wait.
Those spots.
Wait.
It's different than
Like
those
we're not
spots.
trying to burn no bridges, but yeah, we get where. I mean,
I understand what you're saying
I
because
get it.
even when I'll put it like this, even when AM was alive, and I've had this talk with Mickey before, I thought a lot of LA DJs were trash because they were trying to be like AM and they were trying to do this thing, and then I started going out to different cities and hearing a lot of dope guys, especially in Vegas, Presto, Melody, Five, you, like those guys. And I would hear these guys like, yo, these guys are on another level. And then I go back and hear a lot of the LA dudes. I'm like, so far behind me because they're trying to sound like whatever AM's doing. But that's not all of them.
I'll tell you exactly what the issue was. And it happened back in 2005, 2006. All the dudes that were good from every market got recruited to play in Vegas, in the Midwest, in Florida, wherever.
Yeah.
So there was a void that needed to get filled very quickly. So dudes that were okay got pushed up real fast.
Yeah.
And they maintained their okayness because they had no reason to get better because they're doing the hot shit in LA, in New York, or whatever. So it's not exclusive to LA.
Yeah.
And I imagine that now that the bar has been reset super low, where operators are just like, we just want you to play what the fuck we need you to play, and that's it. Dudes that shouldn't be playing in nightclubs are now playing in the hot spots, and they're like, well, I don't have to get better because I'm doing the hot shit. So obviously what I'm doing is right.
But think about it. You guys are pioneers to the first like kind of generation of DJs that got the access to the technology, right?
Yeah,
the DJs that are now shining today, right? Night Train, funny story, right? 10 years ago, he opened up in a side room for selling tickets at the same room that I quote unquote headline. Not a big gig, not a big deal, but like he's shining today. And so like the people that paid attention to your generation that we all respect and we try to learn from are far and few in between. Right?
Yeah,
like,
well, because I don't think anyone gives a fuck.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Well, no one cares about no one cares about what AM did, and he's by far the undisputed champ of all the shit that we're doing.
Well, all I'm saying is
in the modern era.
Yeah, but a lot of the same peers
Shout out
that
to
you
Jazzy
guys
Jeff.
had have stopped DJing. So like the guys that have come to learn today how to DJ and the guys that are getting those gigs, like LA is a different scene from what it was in 2006 when we first started and who we were listening to. The parties were doper and the people were paying attention to what was being played. Today, all you got to do is learn how to use the fucking mic and press the cue point on an S9.
If you want to be a filmmaker, are you just going to grab your iPhone and make a movie, or are you going to research?
Now, yes.
Well, the problem,
yes, and that's the problem.
But the problem is today. Now anybody could fucking upload whatever they do onto YouTube, and if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, you delete it.
If you seriously want to be a filmmaker, you're going to go back and you're going to research the history of film.
Yeah.
If you're serious about it.
But that's the thing. A lot of DJs aren't serious about. A lot of the newer guys.
And you know why?
Aren't serious about
because they get pushed up the ranks too fast.
But who's holding them accountable though?
No one.
That's what I'm saying.
No
so
one.
who needs
wait. Even when I say you're a chump for doing whatever you're doing, they're gonna be like, whatever, bro.
Wait.
Where do you even work at?
Let's slow this down. Let's take it back a little because there's a lot of topics that we're talking about right now. But just in defense of the younger DJs coming up, is that a lot of these DJs, I mean, like, I've met a lot of DJs that are 22, 21. They've got really high expectations for themselves. And they don't realize that I always say this here, you're going to be the best DJ that you're going to be in your 30s. And they need to just learn that. Because they see the DJs in their 30s and they're like, I'm gonna do that while I'm 23.
But it's gonna happen faster. It's gonna happen faster. You're wrong.
It is gonna happen faster, but they got to give themselves time.
We had to collect records. We had to learn. The skills took longer to learn. All that stuff is coming much faster. So
but we also learned on the job. We also learned on the job.
But that's the same thing with music. Like music, the quality of music that's coming out isn't the same as the quality of the DJ. Like it's just whatever hits for the moment is what you're gonna get the check
Not
for.
to the kids though.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, some kid's gonna love that shit. It is what it is.
It's just a different time.
Yeah, it's always like that. But when we were kids, I'd be like, "This stuff's terrible. What are y'all listening to?" You know what I mean?
But you listen to the entire record to know where the fuck your mix points were or what was gonna work.
Oh, yeah, I'm just talking about like old people. Old people always gonna be like, "What are you kids listening to?" You know?
Yeah, that's always gonna happen.
Sometimes I think I sound like my dad. I'm like, what is this shit?
You do.
Yeah, but then I truly believe that the songs are bad.
Yeah, but that's like it's so
because like
it's not made for you.
My pops could listen to a Tribe Called Quest record and be like, "All right, I can get behind this," but like if I play him Mo Bamba, he's gonna think I'm kidding.
Well,
because it's not a skill thing; it's a feeling. It's the way it makes them feel, and they might be on drugs, but it's the way that makes them feel. It's
Who's
not
the
about
youngest
those
DJ in
lyrics
here
were
right
hot.
now?
Who's the what?
Who's the youngest DJ?
Train.
All right, let's give him the mic.
Yeah, so I'm 26, so 27 now.
You're
Yeah.
27 now?
Yeah.
You're the youngest one in here?
I mean, I didn't mean to be so like aggressive about that, but what it is, I just have a lot of experience, and
No, that's fine.
I get a lot of different age groups at my work, and not many people can be like, oh, I see these sort of like bald 50-year-old white guys. I'm gonna hit them with a little George Benson, "Give Me the Night," and I see this table over here, this the young kids, and I'm gonna get into a little like this stuff later and the Drogba and all that stuff. Not like younger DJs cannot do that. It's
Would
like
you
they
agree?
cannot.
Would you agree?
I disagree with that.
Would you agree that within your peer group there are more DJs that are not qualified than qualified, given the company that you keep?
I think everybody around me is super qualified to do any party
around you, but
me.
as a whole,
But
as
not-
a whole,
they're not in your age
outside,
group.
as a whole.
But they're not. That's the thing. It's like I'm in the middle. I'm like a middle child of
I see what
the
you did
younger. Shut up. Of the younger generation, the
Shout out
21,
Dreamville.
22 controller era.
Yeah.
And the AM era and jazzy era. So I see both sides of it, and I understand it. But at the same time, my era goes back, does the homework, can play George Benson, can play Mo Bamba, and please everybody, really.
Kids do no homework now. Zero
That
homework.
yeah, I mean,
Beyond like what's popping right now, they don't give a
but
fuck.
what are kids though?
What do you say? Wait, say it again.
What
I'm
kids?
just saying, kids like not necessarily be like from fans to DJs.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about the history of music. They care about what's
Until it
popping
fucks
now.
up their money. Until they do that one gig and they realize, holy
But
shit,
even beyond like
the client
DJ,
wants
just
this.
like your crowd that you're playing to,
Yeah,
they don't give a fuck.
But that kind of happens to a lot of DJs. Even when I was coming up, I would do rooms that I was look. Promoters be like, "You're a good DJ. You need to learn more rock." You know, I didn't. I didn't grow up. With,
Yeah.
You know, my
Tell
parents.
me one promoter that's doing that these days.
But no, but I'm saying.
But it's the same. I know
But
it's
it's the same thing.
It's
It's
the same thing.
you kind of got to learn along the way because, like, yo, I'm a Korean dude that
Right.
grew up like in Spanish Harlem and Upper West Side Manhattan. Like, I grew up around hip hop, reggae.
Our era had
Yeah.
to do that shit. But
And you know,
these
my
kids
mom's
now just don't.
my
have
mom's
to do
wasn't
it.
listening to
promoters
They don't.
Promoters don't tell you. They just
We
fucking
had to
don't
do
book you
way
again.
more fucking work to
They
get
don't
to
speak
where
to
we're
you.
at.
Yeah.
Way more.
Hey, yo, Night Train, don't let these old motherfuckers pick
No,
on you. So
not at
you
all.
Stand up.
Just because you listen, I respect all of them, but he's playing EDM for 18-year-olds, not to like, you know, just
Yeah.
you know.
That shit's hype as fuck, right, man?
You know, Stone actually, you know, comes out the house and listens to people. You know, everybody in here does their homework. You're
Yeah.
here for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to say that just the younger generation doesn't do their homework, it's like you have to be a little more specific.
All right. I got to bring something up because you guys are all talking, but nobody's like thinking about how much information is coming at you if you're a young kid. How much new information? Like how many songs would come out in a summer for us in like the 90s or 80s? How many? How many are coming out for these kids? How many different genres? And they have access to everything constantly. So they're looking forward. Whatever's new, they're moving because everything's coming at them.
Right.
You don't even have time to go backwards. Like we had time because we were looking for all the best songs that we could possibly get in a crate.
And we didn't have to juggle social media.
Right. So we had all that time to just focus on music. But like kids today, they're constantly being bombarded by information. And they can, like, to me, it's one of those things like humanity is just figuring their shit out for the first time. And with us for music, like watching all this come in, like when I saw the internet come out, I was like, yo, this is going to be hard for us. Because there's going to be a fraction that just loves this one little thing and this fraction that likes one little thing. And they're all going to come to the club and expect their shit to get played. And like, I don't know, just the amount of like information coming at kids today.
But once you put
It's
the
crazy.
bag in front of their face and you say, "Go find George Benson and play stuff like that," oh,
They go fucking find it for real.
Let's go.
But that's what I'm saying. You guys are like talking about kids like they don't want to do the work. It's so much more work to absorb all the shit that's coming in for them.
On the flip,
so much more information.
Yeah.
On the flip, they don't want to do the work because it's getting pushed to them.
No, I think
new shit is.
Yeah,
I think
so why would I take time away from Instagramming and research music when it's just getting pushed to me?
Really? I feel like it's hard to find new music. Like when
No,
there's
you
so
have
much
DJ
music.
City.
You just go to DJcity.com.
No, I'm saying like,
Right?
And now the new beat
DJcity.com.
source.
check out
Check out that new Trends catalog, and you're good to go.
You're good. What else do you need?
No, what I mean is that like there's so many albums drop. I don't even know when an album drops. Like sometimes motherfuckers tell me like I didn't know a Missy Elliott album dropped.
Was it EP?
It was EP. I didn't know that. I didn't.
That's how I found out.
Yeah, I didn't know Post Malone dropped an album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, we're in the era where every news gets pushed to you. Instagram updates get pushed to you.
Right.
This Facebook feed gets pushed to you. Music gets pushed to you.
Mm-hmm.
So everything gets delivered to you. So if you're in the mindset of it'll come to me eventually,
Yeah.
fuck, you got to go research for. That's why.
I get what you're saying, but I don't
say,
think the
though.
new kid. I don't think kids are thinking like that. I think the kids. I think that's how the older DJs look. They're like, I'm not gonna play any of this new shit. Like, how many of y'all are playing like Little Tecca?
I play Little Tecca.
Yeah, you play Little Tecca.
Yeah,
But there's not a lot of older dudes that know about Little Tecca, Ransom.
Because
that know
they're not
about that
doing.
shit.
I don't think they're doing.
Yeah, there's a
parties.
a
that
lot of these
require
older
Lil
DJs
Tecca.
aren't doing the research. They're waiting
but
for the
that's
songs
just
to come to them.
But that's just
you know what I
funny.
mean?
Like Lil Tecca's been on fucking Spotify playlists at the top.
But there's still dudes that don't know that shit. They don't
I
know
gotta
that,
say,
you know?
I do not begrudge the younger generation for not doing that stuff.
No, I don't.
Because it's not as fucking important. Because in this day and age, there are not that many places where you're getting hired because you do a great job. You're getting hired because you either like bring people through the door, they like the way you look, your Instagram, and this and that. I'm super lucky. I have a job where they keep me there as I sort of fit the bill physically, I think, to some degree, and I do a very good job. I'm tall and good looking. I look great behind the DJ booth there.
The hair.
I do. I literally work at a steakhouse. I literally work at a steakhouse. But like,
you work at a steakhouse.
The job I have is like they need a DJ that's good at it,
And you
right?
have a collared shirt.
I do wear a collared shirt. That's right. And the Uniqlo ones, you don't have to iron them. The new Uniqlo ones. But what I'm saying is like, you don't like if you're a kid, it's to get booked and to like get out there and get it popping. It's about the brand. It's about a lot of other things. Like doing a good enough job is fucking fine.
Yeah, no, but I think there are people out there, there are DJs out there that are playing really good music, and people want the good music and the good selection out there. I mean, his party is a testament to that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, everyday people. There's tons of parties out here in L.A. that are testaments to that. Sean G, Drew Bird, right, Shaba on Saturdays. I know there's some, I don't know L.A. that well, but I know there's some parties at Lock and Key.
Tribe.
Right? Yeah. So, like, there's
Tribe.
What is it?
Tribe
At Lock and Key. Like, it is important, but it is tied in with branding. You know what I mean?
Look, I still think, like, I mean, there's no reason, like, I'm, like, basically an old white dude, right? Like, I don't look good on a flyer. Definitely don't look good on a flyer.
You don't look good in person either.
I know. Exactly. I'm aware of this. Never. I don't know what you're talking about, you round-headed motherfucker. Listen. The bottom line is, I stick around because I'm good at my job. You know what I mean?
You're always sorry.
And that's the thing. That's the thing is like, yeah, like I love when someone DJs before me and they try to burn me with all the new stuff. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know I got deep pockets.
For sure. Yeah.
And all you guys got deep pockets. And to me, I'm like, if I can't play after these dudes, then what am I doing?
Why you still DJing?
Exactly. That's why
I
I'm
feel the
still
same
doing
way.
it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like at least I grew up in a place where like those skills really matter, and I feel like they still do. And I feel like, you know, maybe prices go down, go up, but you could still, like, to me, you know, money has never been the big motivator in why I'm a DJ. You know what I mean? I'm a DJ because I really love what I do, and you know, I did it in my bedroom for no money. And probably long after nobody wants to hear me, I'll probably do it anyway somewhere.
I feel like these younger DJs are tired. Honestly, like with the older, like the younger DJs, y'all got to be tired of these older DJs that we're still around, no? Like, because we're kind of fucking up y'all money.
I was gonna add to what
Cream
he
rises
said,
to the top.
To what add to what he was going to
You
say.
don't have much longer.
I think
The time is near.
I think that if you're really good at DJing, you can always earn a fucking living. I think that we went through an era where being really good at DJing earned us a sort of we're kind of overpaid, right? Whatever you want to think about it. If you don't think we're overpaid, fine, that's fine. I some days I don't, but it's come back down. But
when you buy the shirts, the collared shirts, that we don't think you get paid enough.
They're pretty cheap. Anyways, so like we were kind of high paid for a little while, and we we're just good at our job. Things have changed. It's a fucking different world. You can still earn a living being really good at this job, but it's not gonna be. You're not gonna be on the fucking marquee. You got to do more now.
But being a good DJ was your brand before. Now, actually building a brand like a business is the priority,
Yeah,
and that includes
Yeah.
social media and everything else that comes with it. But it's just a different hustle. Before, your hustle was being good.
Yeah, you just show up and you do a good job. They got the party and they need somebody to rock it. It's just a different fucking world, man.
Yeah.
It's just one more thing you add. Like, I mean, you saw the DJs with great record collections, but they just had, you know, but then you saw a lot of those dudes just go by the wayside. All of a sudden, Serato came out or CDs came out, and all of a sudden, everyone had the same records. And those dudes just kind of floated away. But the dudes who still had skills and could still play could still go. I just feel like social media is just the next hurdle. Like the DJs or the people that don't want to deal with it, they'll go by the wayside. And the kids or the older dudes, whatever, who can do it well, are going to continue to do it. It's just the next hurdle. They always add new shit. It's always, oh, you got to do this. Now you got to have a good social media. Now you got to get a website. Now you got to make music. Now you got to be a producer. They're always adding things.
Websites are awash too.
Yeah, websites are awash. What's the website for?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. I just feel like just another step. And like as a DJ, you can either take a step or you cannot. And I think that's just when dudes just time out.
I think what's going to be interesting is the new generation of DJs that came in the past 4 or 5 years, when they're realizing that they're in like this $200, $300 a night profession, and the pay is not going up. What's going to happen to all those DJs? Are they all going to quit at the same time?
Well, when the impetus is not a love for DJing and it's a love. Penis. When it's not for when it's not for the love of DJing and it's for the love of attention and money, and the money's not there, and maybe the attention wanes a little bit because you're resentful that the money's not right, so you're not on your social media, and now your attention's kind of like meh. Then they're just gonna go away.
Because I follow a lot of those DJs. I work with a lot of them in New York. Like
the next
everyday
generation.
people. Yeah, I always try to book like 4 or 5 DJs per event, and I kind of try to split it up, like up and comers and like vets. You know what I mean? And so I've developed like close relationships with a lot of younger DJs, people under 27, and I'm kind of reading their tweets, and I'm like, and they're just basically venting, subbing venues. I'm like they're going through it right now. A lot of them. A few of them have developed their own parties, have branched out in production, or have flipped into like some fashion shit, or even like parlayed some celebrity, relationships, and they're doing all right. But like, there's a whole bunch of them that's just like,
how much are you paying your DJs?
Put him on the spot.
I'm just kidding.
Well, damn.
Are you the reason why we're not? I'm playing.
I'm actually like, I pay my DJs for an hour set at Everyday People probably more than those nightclubs in Manhattan that we were talking about.
What's up?
For 1 hour.
Yeah.
But it's different. I control the entire budget.
Right.
I got like
You get
1,500
it.
people coming through the door.
You get
I'm
it.
taking everyone's money and I try to redistribute it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's kind of like, to be a working club DJ is not enough. It's not going to be enough in the future unless you're really just going to stack gigs and you're going to work like 6 nights a week and like do double shifts.
People, everyday people do that every day.
But
they go 5 days a week. They work 8 hours a day. Like,
but
don't see why
I even
DJs
see
should be
I
any
see a
different. They feel like
franticness.
they should be any different.
But I agree with him. I do see a franticness in some of the younger DJs. Like, what is the next step? Like, it's not enough that I'm getting these gigs. I've got so many thousands of followers now, and it's still not enough to get this. And
I'm only getting opening sets, and they try to give me $150.
Even in the everybody's making money AM era, there was a fucking ceiling, and you had to do more to get above that ceiling.
But there was just so much. There was less DJs.
There was less DJs, but there was a ceiling, and you could get like 2K on Saturday, right? Maybe push it 25, maybe 3 for like a certain gig.
Is that all you were getting?
But but if you really wanted to break that ceiling, you had to do more even back then, and that was like everyone's flush. That was in the midst of the gold rush. There was a fucking ceiling, and you had to do more to make more than like 250.
But you're talking about a ceiling that even if you don't get past that ceiling, you're still living comfortable, right?
Yeah, but it's great.
The ceiling now is
great life.
Legitimately like poverty line, right? If they're getting 1 or 2 gigs a week, and it's an opening gig, and they're giving $120.
Yeah, that's everyone in New York. A lot of openers and people in New York are like, shit is fucked up. Money is fucked up.
Well, because to live in New York or LA,
so it's a different ceiling.
Anyone who started, anyone who was DJing before Serato did it and was consistently doing it, did it because they loved it, and we probably still love it. So we can continue to do it. Again, if you don't love what you're doing, if you're doing it for money and attention, and one of those things stop happening, it's a wrap for you. So I believe that all these kids that are the kids that are doing it not for the love of DJing, they're just going to fall by the wayside, and then everyone else will just continue.
Yeah.
And
So-
there definitely will be a thinning of the
a purge.
Yeah, there will be a purge for sure.
The market calls it a correction.
Yeah, like a
correction.
suicide purge. Like everyone just.
I think in New York it's easier to have 2-3 gigs a night.
Yeah, because it
everything
opens
is
so long.
close.
Same thing in
Yeah.
Chicago. Guys open it, then they go and close.
Oh, I definitely see a lot of people in New York having 2, 3, 4, even 4 times a night. Like Millhouse is doing 4 gigs.
Any
a day.
4 a.m. city.
Yeah,
you squeeze in 2 gigs, 3 gigs. Like
Well, how is it like in LA right now? Like Bella, you've got a pretty strong social media following, right? You do Vegas and you do LA, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You bounce around, but do you still like? Do you feel like what is the next step? What do I have to do next? What is there more
What
to
does that
that?
have to do with social media? What's your question?
To me, I'm saying
'Cause
that
you
you.
mentioned
I'm
social
saying
media
no.
and then-
I'm saying you have a good social media following,
Uh-huh.
and you're a good. You're a very competent DJ. You're like killing.
You're lit.
Yeah, you're lit. You're popping. So when you're popping like that in your situation, what is in your head? What is the next step for you to do? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, it just depends on what you think a successful DJ is. Like, I've seen a lot of new DJs. If I ask them where they want to end up at, they don't. I think the whole argument between the young DJs not putting any emphasis or importance on learning how to DJ, like learning the history and going about it like the right way, is because social media has made it different, like different levels of success. So there's some DJs who look at success as like, I'm Instagram famous, I'm getting a bunch of gigs, and there's some DJs that think that being successful just means that you're playing like 5 to 6 nights a week, or you have your own party, like MoMA. You know what I mean? So I guess it just it depends on what your definition of a successful DJ is. Like for me, it'd be something, I guess in the nearest future, it'd be something like branding my own party and having that under my name. Like if people said my name, I want my name to go hand in hand with the party that's as well known as something like Everyday People, but it doesn't mean that that's my end game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's steps to that, and again, like there's different levels of success for different DJs. It just depends where you want to end up.
But you
at.
don't see it as just working clubs and continuing to do that way.
Not for me personally, but that depends on, like I said, that depends on who. Like there's DJs in here that just want to be working DJs. They just want to provide for themselves. They want to be able to just keep busy and booked and pay their rent. You know what I mean? Like they don't. I mean, maybe I'm just saying that not everybody wants to be like famous, I guess, or like popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it depends on what like kind of DJ you want to be, what you think a successful DJ is. Like some don't want to be. Some don't want to be like famous and popular. They just want to be booked and busy. Does that make sense?
Keep working.
But part of that
Yeah.
pay problem goes back to like the saying of like nobody really wants to be rich, they just want to look rich. And so a lot of DJs don't really want to get headlines.
Who says they don't want to be rich, but they want to look
No,
rich?
I'm sorry. They want to look. I'm saying they want to look rich. They don't necessarily have to be rich, right? That's what social media the platform gives you. And so on the same side as a DJ, like yeah, you could go headline a gig, but you're not going to get headline money. But they'd rather get the look than to actually get the bag.
Like right now,
right?
The social cachet is another currency,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they'd be like, "Oh, there's a couple $100."
But you gotta
and
know how to
this
use that.
Look
Yeah.
is worth $500 for me.
Right.
So I
You
feel like
use
I
that
made
to-
700,
Right.
but that's not going to pay your rent.
No. And it's not going to help you scale.
Right on.
And once you go, once you take that $200, you've priced yourself now. So yeah,
Correct.
You got the look, and you might get the look every week or whatever they're doing now once a month because residencies don't exist. But now you're a $200 DJ.
Disagree,
Yeah. I mean,
man.
but
Everyone here started at like a low amount.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you
But
can't say
we didn't
price you
start
out.
at a low pay at a really premium event. Right?
but also
None of us did.
say-
We
say-
was in like dive bars getting $150.
Say you do
Right?
that gig for 200, get that look. That doesn't mean this other promoter in this city or that city knows what you got paid for that.
Right.
You're like, I did
Exactly.
this shit.
That's
And
nothing
then
new.
you use that to parlay it to the next shit.
Yeah.
So try and up this.
It's nothing new. It's always been that way. Just for that look, like somebody would DJ like a high profile gig, get paid like $200, and they'll look good, but it will eventually lead them to getting that high pay that they should be getting in the first place.
I mean, at the end of the day, I
Go
think
ahead.
it's a fucking numbers game. There's just so many fucking people doing this. If you think the money's going to stay the same with this many motherfuckers doing it, you're crazy.
Well, this is what I've known. So I've been DJing. Well, us three been DJing for 13 years, which is a lot shorter
Collectively,
than most
or
of you. Yeah,
No,
collectively. So I imagine most of you guys been DJing
Don't
a lot
forget when you
longer
were on the
than
show.
13 years.
13 years ago.
13 years.
Collectively.
So what I've noticed is a lot in those 13 years, I've noticed people getting into the game, not just as DJs, but in nightlife, and they're gung ho. And you can think about all the bottle service girls in Vegas who start out doing that, and then 10 years later they're out, or maybe not so much the girls, but the DJs are like, damn, this isn't as lucrative as I thought it would be, and it's taking a toll on my liver, it's taking a toll on my health. I'm not like I'm some of these guys are barely getting by, so they're realizing I need to get out of this game and do something that's a little bit more stable. And I think I'm starting to see that now, where like people are getting paid, DJs are getting paid more, everyone's rates are getting cut. So I think some guys are like, it's time for me to just not do this anymore.
I think what I'm starting to see is that budgets are going to get cut. I'm seeing Vegas budgets are getting cut, and usually we kind of saw it after the summer, and we started all seeing it across the board in August. So they're prepping for something bad to happen in Vegas. They're prepping for election year next year, 2020, which is going to be a horrible year. It might be a good year, but
because Trump's going to win again.
Well, I think election year in history,
kind of podcast.
regardless, in history,
wrong podcast.
Yeah,
my bad.
Even with retail or anything like that, like election year, no one wants to spend.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think these fucking nightclub owners and operators know shit about shit. They're cutting the budgets because they want to cut the budgets. They just don't want to pay DJs anymore more than they have to.
No, they are there to make money.
That's it.
It is. Dude, these are corporations, right? These aren't like little things.
So
these things are corporations. What do corporations want to do every year? Go up. If they don't go up, what do? They have to find a way to make that money.
Right.
So what do? What's the first thing? Almost any operator, if a
They
new
cut
manager
the
goes to
DJ
the club,
budget.
first thing you do,
cut pay.
Entertainment.
they cut DJ pay, and they raise drink prices by 10 cents. That's what every person does. And then they look at the books and they're like, oh, look, I killed it for you guys.
Okay,
It's
so
like cutting.
so for the last 20 minutes or so, we've been talking about the problem. What would you guys say to
The
fix it?
solution right now is that while DJs, like kind of Bella kind of talked about, building a party. You in your past podcast episodes, you talked about working on production and doing stuff. The point is that you have to really do more as a DJ, and when it gets slow, that doesn't mean like you got to start going on Twitter and venting. It's really the time to really start getting productive,
Creative.
building
There's a
something.
lot you can do as a DJ.
Well, that's the solution.
and
Is
also-
you really
also-
have to start building something, and that's the main thing that I want to say is that I think next year is going to be a rough year for DJs. I think it's going to be rough for nightlife a little bit, and I think in preparation, that is the time for you to build shit and just watch your money a little bit, but really start building something. Really look at yourself, because if you look at any successful DJ up here, there is, being a good DJ is just one like element of us. You know what I mean? And if you keep turning, and going deeper into who the person is, MoMA has more to him. He's doing production. He stays in Brazil to do production. He has everyday people. He's doing a ton of things. I do a ton of shit. I got the podcast. I make clothes. I do design work. I do freelance work. It goes on. And the thing is, you have to stay productive. You have to stay productive, and you can't really bank on just one outlet for money.
Right.
And you can tell me if I'm wrong at any point.
Figuring out who you are,
exactly.
Play to your strengths, and realize that there's like a lot of stuff going on here. You got a lot of different things to do. But if you know who you are and you start working towards your strengths, you're going to be all right, I think. I think everyone has like a thing. Everyone's got some shit that they can like crush it at. But if you're out here trying to crush it at some shit that's not your shit, like you're going to be fucked. Like know who you are, know your strengths, play to them, work on them.
And I think that's part of the problem is they see on Instagram like, oh, the DJ's popping. I'm going to go DJ, get all this money.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's more important to look rich than to be rich. So people from the outside are like, I want to do that, not realizing what's really going on. Right. And to Rock's point, if you're doing something that's not your lane, that's not what you're really about, ultimately you're either going to fail or you're going to burn out.
And start working together. I feel like a lot of DJs are all on their own. No one wants to work together. Like y'all got to really come together and start. Like I can't. Like one DJ can't build a party, but 4 DJs can build a dope ass party.
I'm not trying to blow you up on my Instagram though.
No, I'm saying
you can always delete. You can always.
No. I will say to what you said, when I was doing like the 2000 shit, at the end of the day, like that shit was not who I am. and it fucking crushed me.
Yeah, you burned out.
Yeah, I burned out, and I fucking fly, and I spent like 10 years in the wilderness.
Yeah,
but I'm back now.
welcome back
at the steakhouse.
Welcome
like
back.
the Phoenix.
But before we move on, Crooked, being specific to pay, you have to create the leverage and utilize the power in no. Right? Just because you get offered the gig doesn't mean you should take the gig. And in the leverage that you create and the other lanes, right, and your goals, your aspirations, you can't force nobody to understand what your success means to you. What that vision
that's knowing your worth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but some people can't afford to put their worth in front of them because they got bills.
They gotta eat.
So there's a difference, right? I didn't really understand
There are plenty
that.
of people that DJ and have another job.
100%.
So,
but a lot of people,
and they're too proud.
I'll bet that more people don't have another job because of their ego.
Yeah, they're too proud, because like working at Starbucks and having the DJ gig on Friday and Saturday night is not cool.
But you know how many baristas meet people?
That's what I'm saying. You'd throw the ill party if you were the barista. Like, yo, come to my party. Come to my party. Come to my party. Come to my party.
What do you call it? I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think DJ City doesn't want all these people here this late. We were gonna talk about East Coast and West Coast DJs.
Well, thank God for Serato, you guys were able to mix some records now.
Damn.
Whoa.
Let's do this. Come on, we can chop something else up for this.
Dang.
I think we got a little bit more time.
Wait. Can all the West Coast DJs? No, I'm just saying.
It was
How many East Coast
invented.
DJs we got in here?
I consider myself.
This isn't fair.
I'm
but-
from New York, but I didn't.
Okay.
I started.
He's an
smoking
LA
about that.
DJ.
That's good enough. That's good enough. You can come on that side. All right.
What up, Equal? Oh shit, Equal.
Equal killed it yesterday.
All right. So, Danger, what was your gripe about what I say about West Coast
Well,
DJs?
what did you say, first of all?
Yeah. What was
No,
your
what
gripe?
did you say?
I think
I don't
I
remember.
think just listening to 100th episode, I probably heard about 50 of them because I wasn't into listening to podcasts
It's
50
cool, it's
episodes
cool.
ago.
Yeah.
But I just think listening to you, it just seems like you always had like a shot to take at West Coast DJs, and for whatever reason, like their style, and then I'm starting to think like, well, maybe this is a New York, LA thing, because in the 90s when I was growing up, it was always LA versus New York, whether it was sports or music. You know, hip hop started in the West, right? That pissed you guys off when Ice Cube said that. That was the original beef. For
It's not
hip-hop.
accurate.
I just keep denying him.
It's
Never
not
said
accurate.
that.
He said hip hop started in the West Side Slaughterhouse, and to my knowledge, that's what kicked
What's
off
West Side
Danger.
Slaughterhouse?
Yeah, I don't
Mac
know.
10, Mac 10, Dub C. There was a song called West Side Slaughterhouse.
You've already lost this.
Anyways, look, I know. Why am I trying to explain a West Coast song to?
Unless you got a freeway verse, they're not gonna do
Yeah,
it.
right.
I'm gonna tell you like
So
this.
here's my
Freeway
gripe.
from Philly though.
As long as I've been alive,
Yeah.
there's the East Coast. For as long as I've been alive, my experience with people from New York is
Yes.
you guys always had something against LA for whatever reason.
Explain the West Coast DJ style.
Better than New York.
So it's a mix of everything, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not all DJs go 8 bars in and out.
I think.
Huh?
not
Wait. Say it again.
Not all West Coast DJs go in.
Explain. All right. Okay. Let's explain the 2000s, maybe even late night. I've never been in LA. I don't know what's going on in LA. I don't know what's going on in LA. All I know is when I moved to Las Vegas, right? When I moved to Las Vegas, and I was listening to LA DJs. Yes.
Okay.
They did not know how to. They did not know how to DJ hip hop.
What year is this?
What
year is this?
2005.
So this is the beginning of the good guys getting shipped out and the guys that shouldn't be playing getting moved up the ranks. So you might have gotten
Not necessarily.
I think by the time he moved to Vegas, you already had established vets.
Yeah, you had
And that's
vets
what he
there.
heard.
Yeah, but the people getting put on at that time were
Look, man, this is numbers, man. It goes till 2 in LA. It goes till 4 in New York. We get 2 hours of hardcore experience that people out here don't get.
And New York stays longer
Motherfuckers-
than 4 sometimes.
Yeah, motherfuckers are
5.
better in New York.
It-
and number one and number two, all this skills bullshit, all this West Coast, we're so good at DJing bullshit. It's always more important to play the right right fucking song than it is to have some sort of like technical fucking bullshit.
100%.
And New York always put playing a song
but
first.
that doesn't mean we're not playing the right song.
A lot of times they're not playing the right song. I'll tell you that much.
No, look, I think from like even just a sociological standpoint, everything in New York is much more aggressive, lean forward,
intense.
going. So
Machismo.
I think that's the DJ style also. Like you guys are like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, because not every track sounds dope slammed in or cut in.
I agree with that.
We're out here things are maybe a little bit more relaxed.
More
and
laid
car
back.
culture,
Exactly.
and sun, and we're
Exactly.
chilling, and
You gotta
and y'all got
blend
shitty
it for
weather,
10 bucks.
and you're like,
that might play into what is going on.
This is actually a good reference.
Yeah, but
actually.
can you
We're
say
on
that
to
the
it.
best would be the middle of that, which is like
Oklahoma,
like
Chicago.
Wow.
Chicago.
What I'm saying is like
mixture.
I'm a West Coast dude,
Shout out
but
to
all
Oklahoma.
the DJs that I really loved were the Flexes, were the Kid Capris.
Yeah.
You do
But,
not like funk
but I
flex.
also love, but I'm from a San Diego dude. So like I'm from the West Coast, right? I'm definitely not from the East Coast. But like all those dudes I loved and I really like copied their style. But when I would watch like the Beat Junkies and that's the flawless mixing is super clean, I took that also. And I feel like if you don't have both, like the best DJs do both.
But
like, so I don't
but
even
I
know
think
what the
wait,
fucking
wait,
discussion is
Let's
about.
let's
talk about Philly DJs because they the
yeah.
DJs from Philly actually
No,
know
they're
how
dope.
to they know how to play like New York DJs with the drama.
They also have.
And they know how
I'm
to
gonna,
captivate
I'm gonna, I'm
the
gonna go
room.
ahead and say nah to that. Nah to Philly. Nah.
Okay.
Shout out Jazzy Jeff.
But
Wait.
But the bigger problem is you're saying that West Coast DJs, specifically LA DJs, because of your experience, are inferior to the East Coast.
No.
DJs.
Let me break it down.
Okay,
I haven't even
break it
say
down.
anything about inferior.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna say this: our culture in New York, right? West Coast guys, you guys basically created the extended intro for every song.
That's a Bay thing. That shit's from the Bay.
Yeah, but it leaked
It's
over to the
California.
whole fucking Cali.
West Coast.
It's a West
So
Coast.
wait. You guys had those records. We did not have those records. Do you understand?
Okay.
So that's why our style
Mix
of DJing.
Factor or what
And
that-
not only that,
Mix Factors and Fat Wax.
no, we didn't have that on the East
they didn't
Coast.
have those-
You
No.
didn't buy them. They were expensive, and it's pointless. It's like bullshit.
but
you know
wait,
what I
wait,
mean?
with it,
Let me
though.
go back. I'm just look. There's a longer history of hip hop in New York, and I could be
100%.
wrong. Another dude could school me on this. Another OG, but I'm thinking this: hip hop started with using the best parts of the song, right?
Yes.
Repeating, juggling the shit.
Yes.
We also know how to navigate through records, and just really kind of like, really just go through music and really like keep switching breaks and keep going. That translated to mixing genres, mixing hip hop in it with everything, and sampling
Better
hip hop
energy.
and everything, right?
Yeah.
We have a good 10 years on LA. And I will only say this because I'm just starting to see, and I could be wrong, LA hip hop bottle service clubs are more popping now than they were ever. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
What you guys have been going through right now is what New York went through 10 years ago.
Sure.
When Live started popping on Sundays and motherfuckers were having hip hop like bottle service parties. Y'all are just starting to like pop that in the past, I don't know how many years. 2
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah, I have no.
But that's also
I have to
it
disagree
also
with
has to
that.
do with the music coming out, too.
Wait. I'm just so I feel like New York nightclub and nightlife and DJs and club DJs, we have a a good 10-year advance on LA. Wait.
Go ahead.
And when I came, when a New York DJ starts DJing, they have to DJ 10:30 to 4 a.m. 10:30 to 4 a.m. When I went to LA for the first time in 2005, y'all had 4 DJs in one night that did an hour. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that is the worst training session for a fucking DJ.
I would
do
agree.
1 hour.
I would agree.
I would tell any LA DJ that like, yo, let me do Vegas. Let me see if you could do Vegas and do a 2-hour set. And I guarantee you that motherfucker will burn out in 45 minutes.
Back then, I agree with you. But it's not about who did it first. It's about who did it better. And that's the conversation. Not so much about
to
first.
prove it.
No, I get what you're saying.
Did anything I say is wrong?
No, I didn't disagree with anything
So that's
you're
why
saying.
when I hear LA dudes and when I heard them come and mix and they played Hypnotize, but they had an 8-bar extended intro for Hypnotize.
That's crazy.
I'm just but that's all of y'all. That's everyone.
No.
Oh yes.
I hear that shit all the time.
Oh my God.
I hear that shit all the time.
Back then, look, back then.
I hear that shit all
I
the
don't
time.
think it's the DJs in this room that do that.
I'm telling you. Wait. I'm telling you, they don't do that now because the East Coast style has leaked over to the West a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Because bringing you back to your point when you're saying how LA clubs now are like, 10 New York clubs were 10 years up. right? And now the LA clubs are more popping now. The bottle service is popping.
Yeah.
But a lot of those DJs are doing your quote unquote New York style DJing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They on the mic. They on the mic talking
they
shit.
using the mic.
They dropping songs
At
on the
night
one.
train.
They dropping
Exactly.
songs on the one. Right?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, the only reason why y'all talking like this, y'all did not DJ like this in 2005.
No.
It was, I'm not gonna even diss West Coast motherfuckers like that. Y'all are nasty. Y'all can scratch your ass off. Y'all have dope concepts. Y'all do dope wordplay. Y'all do a lot of dope
Subtle
routines and
diss.
tricks. But if I come out here and I want to have a good time and party, I would be like, listen to West Coast DJs and well-known, respected West Coast DJs doing hip-hop sets, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? He's playing an 8-bar intro with the gin and juice. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, but
why are you using? Why am I hearing?
You've heard these
why am I
DJs a
hearing?
handful of
Why am I
times, though.
hearing? Get your hands up. Get your hands
Yo,
up.
I think
right before.
I really
like,
think
like, you know?
think that this is a product of DJs that should not have been playing in that 2000
It's not.
mid 2000s.
It's not. It was actually high
and this is
profile
not-
DJs.
This is not me. This is not me defending
At the
anything I do
time.
because I definitely will run 4 or 8 bars. but
Yeah,
then
when,
also,
when you
also-
used to do that thing with
Yeah,
Humpty Dance
yep,
into
yep.
to Jay-Z, that's indefensible. So
what did I do, Humpty Dance?
That was a discotheque bootleg on
Nah.
Brooklyn Clan, wasn't it?
Mine was Humpty Dance into Paperboy Diddy. So check yourself.
you never did.
Q.
You never did Humpty Dance into PSA. Allow me to
Allow me
introduce.
to introduce
Come
myself.
on, man.
That was an edit on Crooklyn.
That's
That was an edit on
indefensible.
Crooklyn Clan on
That's
New
like
York
some
side.
indefensible West Coast bullshit.
Wait. That is West Coast. That is the concept and routine, and the skill set, trumping the energy and the party, the song in the room. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like the West Coast styles to put skill and technical and conceptual thought and routines first before the actual room energy and the party.
But why does it have to? Okay, well, let me say this. When whoever you heard dropped whatever set they did, was that working for that room?
Barely. It wasn't even working.
Yo, like
Because
how I feel-
I'm gonna tell you right
whatever.
now.
It was.
I'm gonna tell you, like, when I first came out there, and I'm not saying I changed the Vegas and shit. I mean, Never was there. There was mad DJs that were there. But when I just started dropping shit and just like aggressively dropping shit, doing New York
works
styles
better.
and shit, people were like, oh shit, like this is how hip hop should sound.
It's like unless the mix is adding to the energy,
Right.
fucking slam that shit. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Like,
and
people-
I'm all
Unless it's
for it.
That's
I'm
key.
all
That's
for
like
And
it.
this is the thing. This is the thing.
That's how.
And I'm saying not every
Unless it
track.
adds to it, like I'm slamming.
They-
it.
if I can break it down,
No, but no, when,
it's about to go down, right? Like
What
Jay
JCL
Z,
said-
I want to love you or whatever. It's about to go down. West Coast DJs would go into another record that looped. It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
But that's,
wait.
at that time, that's what was in.
Wait.
For the
No,
West.
it wasn't in. It was not in.
But you're talking about the West, though.
It was not
These
in.
were the edits that were out.
Let me
Was
finish.
it one of them was
Let me
Justin?
finish.
Go ahead.
hey, yo.
Was
They
it
would
Justin Timberlake?
It would wait. It's about to go down. And they would think, what song says it's about to go down? Maybe I can slow it down and go to Young Jock. It's going down. Yes,
That was
that
a
is
thing,
a West
though.
Coast style. It's not a thing.
Wherever I
Whereas-
went, that's what I
wait.
heard. Stuff like that.
Wait, can I finish?
I think
Please,
that
let
can
me
be
finish.
really dope sometimes.
This
I
is the
heard
New
that
York
right.
style.
Crazy.
Wait, this
I
is
heard
the
that
New York
done
style.
really well.
The New York style is this. It's about to go down. Everyone's going to sing that. What's the next big record I could catch them off guard and blow their fucking minds out and have them orgasm on the floor?
Flip side.
It's about to go down. Wait, exactly. Wait.
Noriega, nothing.
Exactly. Wait, they're listing. There's so many songs. Punjabi MC. I could go into Rock the Mic. Whatever. The point is that that New York style is open. It's open to the selection of the room that's gonna hit that room.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one is conformed to this.
It builds up.
No, it's not even
I mean,
building
build
up.
up with that
You're stuck
lyric.
on this concept, and it doesn't move from that, no matter what's in front of you. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's why I say the West Coast. And you said it was in. That style
At
was in.
the
At
time.
Kid, why you gotta make it an East Coast West Coast thing?
Because
I think
it
it's a
was
good
at that
DJ,
time.
bad DJ thing.
No, because
wordplay has a time and a place, but you would never. A good DJ won't sacrifice
I'm
energy
saying-
of the room for that wordplay. Thank you.
No, but I'm saying that East Coast motherfuckers were not doing that. And when
But
I
there's
came
nothing
to
wrong with it in that time.
There's
if
nothing
that's
wrong with
what
it
it
if
is
it
in the
works.
time.
If it works in that room,
okay, yeah. If
Yeah.
it works, that's
If
what I'm
it
saying.
works, it's a different time, and you're referencing shit that, like, honestly, nobody's really doing out here the way they're doing it. Wordplay was a big thing at the time. Nobody's fucking working on 18 wordplays that they're not going to just throw up on the gram.
Yeah, but it's changed the tone play.
Yeah, nobody. No,
but
That's not even a thing anymore.
Nobody.
Wait,
done, right?
Wait.
Please, is tone play done?
Tone play's a side chick. You
Okay,
don't
okay.
fucking put it.
So here,
No.
you guys asked me why I say that, like, I think a New York style of DJing is better. That is why.
No,
And
I wasn't so
that's
much
the history of.
No, it was you
No,
said New
that's
York
fair.
DJs are better than West Coast DJs.
I
are.
Change the verbiage.
I said
Change
the
the
New York
verbiage.
style is better. I think a New York style is better 100%.
I think it's evolved, and you haven't heard anybody play.
No, I don't. You still think I think this is what West Coast DJs do now? No,
because the references you're making right now are the same.
of
fucking
course
ones.
they are,
outdated.
because that's when I came to the West Coast.
Okay.
And I'm saying that it's different
So-
now because y'all have adapted to some East Coast style.
And respectfully, you.
So then what is
No,
they
no.
talking about?
No,
Yeah,
but
I think-
respectfully.
Can we get him a
Respectfully,
Zan or something?
no,
Jesus.
You're an OG, a part of a certain generation. You inspired a lot of us in this room that rep the LA style, right? And we've adapted and adjusted. The
So then
style
what is
has
the
changed.
what is the argument? They just said they adapted the New York style.
Nobody knows. You're
No.
just screaming.
Because they're like, no, this is the new West Coast style. No, it isn't. This is you doing
No,
New
it
York
is.
shit.
No, because the kids that are coming up now are looking up to us.
Yeah, but y'all doing some New York shit.
That's it's not about who did it first, it's about who's doing it better.
Okay.
I will say this though,
Good DJ,
when
bad DJ.
when you're playing in New York 10 to 4,
Yeah.
when you're playing in New York 10 to 4 and 2:30 hits, and you kind of like played a lot of the fucking hits, and you're just like, how do I do this? How do I make this last till 4? There's like absolutely nothing I've experienced that can train a DJ the way that sort of like, how am I going to get from 2:30 to 4 and keep these motherfuckers
That's Vegas
here?
too, right?
And in Vegas a little bit. In Miami they can do it, but I just remember those days.
First of all, Miami
Shout out
Miami
to
has some
Miami DJs.
amazing DJs.
Shout out to
yeah,
Miami
Miami
DJs.
got
Holy
DJs.
shit.
I will say this. Coming from LA and playing in New York, my early gigs in New York, I did have a hard time with the timing
Yeah.
and keeping the room. And when I would go see you or whoever playing, and I'm like hearing them play the records, like, well, what the fuck's gonna happen for the rest of the night? And then the rest of the night would happen. I'm like, oh, that makes perfect sense as it unfolds. So there, to your point, I think, and to your point also, the New York DJ is probably more well equipped to play a wider
Because
range.
they practice, they have more
Yeah,
time.
they're
There's more
in that
time.
atmosphere.
Yeah,
if
there's more
if
time. Like,
clubs in
LA
LA
dudes-
start shutting down at 4 a.m.,
LA
we'd
dudes are
adapt.
playing. if
So
we're-
the question is, you asked, why do I think the New York style of DJing is better? That is why. And it to me, with hip hop, and look, the way West Coast DJs look, I love a lot of the West Coast DJs now. I love Night Train. I love a lot of these dudes. Scooter was actually the first fucking West Coast DJ that I liked, and it's because he sounded like a white Cali version of Kid Capri.
That's what I was going for. I take that as a compliment. Thank you.
He's the first dude I saw who had an extensive knowledge and was dropping like, fucking Calling Me Bad in the middle of his primetime set and yelling at the crowd like, oh, my sexy ladies, y'all better dance to this or blah, blah. And I was like, yo, this motherfucker, is he from New York? And he was like, no. That was like a super rare thing at that time for me to see that kind of energy and someone sweating and really going at it, like
I
really
sweat when I
DJing like
shop,
an East
though.
Coast dude.
I don't think that really counts.
But I'm not shitting on West Coast dudes, but if you're asking me what style is more effective in a nightclub, I'm always going to say the New York style. And if you're saying that, well, the West Coast style is different now, I'll be like, well, what the fuck is different?
But you don't
like
know
y'all
any of this.
doing New York shit? Y'all
What
talking on
Stone
the mic?
Rock said earlier, people in our clubs are like smoking weed, they're chilling, they drove there, and prime time is 12:15 to
They
1:45
smoke weed in New York in the
a.m.
clubs
Yeah,
there too.
but times
It's a
have
chiller
changed. Back
vibe
then, you
here,
wanna-
so it's region specific. How any of these DJs would play in New York or Miami is different than how we play in LA. In Miami, I have to go into those deep pockets. I have to fill 30 minutes, 45 minutes in between like
And can
bangers.
you say,
but in LA, you just play bangers.
No.
For
no,
an
no,
hour and
but
a
can you
half
say that
with a
DJing in
couple
Miami,
throwbacks.
DJing in Miami has made you a better DJ?
DJing in Miami messed me up in LA. Because DJing in Miami, I learned, okay, I got to go from 1 all the way to 4, and then I'd come to LA thinking I had all this time, and then it'd be 1:35, and I'm like, I have 10 minutes to get through all the bangers now.
I think the
up.
point of this whole thing is you should just listen to me. Whatever I say is what it is.
But if you asked anything, if you asked anything about whatever, I'm not shitting on West Coast DJs, but I am saying, look, there's a time and a place for that old 2005. That's old, dead, and everything. But like you said, everything evolves into what it is now. If you ask me my opinion, that is always the New York style. You can't tell me that the West Coast style is now like it's trumping New York style.
Well, the LA
like you saying like look,
my point,
but it's not about who started. It's about who's doing it better.
When I DJ,
what is that about?
I'm just talking shit, but the reality is
no, but there's nothing behind that.
The difference is too, like the LA DJ has to literally like walk the crowd through shit, because back in the day, what you're referencing is we were trying to keep a dance floor at the time. Nobody's keeping a dance.
What, in Cali?
Not many clubs have
Cali?
fucking dance floors.
In Cali, y'all was trying to keep a dance floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were focused on a cover, focused on a dance floor, focused on large venues that were focused on the dance floor. Now,
wait, what hip hop clubs did y'all have that were mega clubs out here?
Supper Club, Playhouse.
That was Super Table.
My
no,
house.
I'm saying
Big
before.
open dance
That was due to the venue.
I had a residency. I had a residency at a spot called Social, which was like probably held about 1,000 people, and it was just me.
Y'all talking about like 5 years ago?
No,
like 10 years ago.
2009, 2008, 2009.
Like 10 years ago.
Okay, but you asked like that was I had to carry the dance floor for 4 hours. And it's not 1 hour a DJ.
Now there's
That's
no
a-
dance floor. In new clubs, there is no
but that's a
dance
different
floor.
time. That's EDM time.
You got to remember.
There wasn't no EDM. Shots was like, oh my god, what the hell was that?
Bro,
This
I
was
mean,
a whole,
it's the versioning of
hip-hop.
EDM, yo.
You got to realize how much older you are than us. Like we can't have that.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you saying?
No, okay. Hold on. Chill out. No, look, we all got a late start around the same time in DJing. As far as age and experience in the DJ world, culture, clubs, nightlife, you have that on us by a decade probably. So we can't have.
Yeah, I mean, some of y'all closer to age than me. That y'all like. I don't want y'all to like.
No, we're talking about in regards to how long you've been spending. Well,
I mean, motherfuckers are acting like they like 20 something. Y'all not 20 something.
No, we're not.
But wait. No. Don't. You can't say that because some of y'all are like the same, close to age as me. Y'all just weren't DJing as much as me.
No, that we're not.
So don't
said that.
Don't fucking put age and experience into different shit.
No, we just
You know what I'm
said
saying?
that shit.
Yeah.
We just said that
Yeah.
shit.
Go ahead. No. You said y'all saying it's about age. I'm saying it's about experience.
Because our references are different than yours.
No, but y'all also wasn't working. So y'all were DJs, but y'all weren't in the clubs in that early
No, we
age.
weren't DJs.
Yeah.
We fucking got started. Bro, I went to DJ school.
I mean, I don't want to talk about that, but yeah, go ahead.
But I'm just for reference.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I went into a space where I didn't fucking know what an RCA cable was.
All right. Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. The point is, our references are different than yours, and so our experiences and where we started and where our mentality was in keeping a room and keeping a vibe is much different today than it was then.
Okay, and that's why I just told you about why I reference West Coast DJs the way I do. That was it.
I remember going to Playhouse a long time ago, and they had a New York DJ there.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, every 4 or 6 bars was a new fucking track slammed in.
Yeah,
I'm like,
sucky
oh my
DJ is
God.
a sucky DJ.
Like,
Yeah.
And no, but this is one of your dudes. This is like
who was it?
One of the, I'm not gonna say his name, but this
We
was
know
one
who
of
it
your
is.
dudes, and I'm like, are
Can
you
you text
fucking
it to
kidding
me?
me?
Yeah.
Like, can we like this is what's popping in New York? Like that's how I felt. Out
No,
the
I
time.
feel you.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot.
not
I
all,
know
not
exactly
all
what
New
you're
York
talking
DJs
about.
are created equal.
Yeah, there's a lot of whack motherfuckers everywhere.
There's whack motherfuckers
All right,
everywhere.
what else you got on your list? What else you got?
Yeah. Let's move on.
Nah, we're done.
Lumidi?
We're done.
We're done.
I want to hear Cookies' opinion on DJ schools.
I have
What's wrong with DJ?
Yeah, what's wrong with DJ schools?
I have a question.
Let's save that for the 200th episode.
I have a question.
The 200, 150.
I don't want to hear about a motherfucker telling me about his experience at a DJ school right now. Right now, I don't want to hear about that. Sorry.
Is the new DJ City offices going to have air conditioning?
You got a fucking sweatshirt on. Take it off.
Hey, that motherfucker up there working its ass off. Not even hot. Take
Why are you wearing a sweater?
I wish they had a fucking DJ school. I wish they had a fucking DJ school. You know how much time I wasted? How much time did you fucking waste? Imagine if you could have sat down and learned some of that shit quick.
Yeah, but the last thing I want to hear is about a motherfucker telling me about what you got to just have like a DJ school right now. When I'm talking about this East Coast, West Coast shit.
Well, that's over. We moved down the list.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We was over this shit.
A Jam Master J school.
I just want to say shout out to Philly DJs and shout out to Miami DJs.
Shout out to the live.
Slept on.
What are we talking about?
Shout out
What
to all
about
DJs.
Jam Master J
Shout out to
school?
all the good DJs out there who love actually DJs and music. How about that shit?
And that's still working.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
It is true.
I look at all of these
Amen.
PC comments, but yo, shout out to Miami and Philly DJs. Yo,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
real.
B Moore's in the house
Yeah.
as well.
Bay Area too.
Huh?
Shout out
Yep.
Saquon.
Audio.
Please shout out Saquon.
Audio One's in the building. Shout out to the Bay Area.
Bay Area is
Shout
like
out
the
to all
worst
DJs,
DJs.
okay?
Bay Area is the worst
Let's
DJs.
say
We're not
that for-
shouting those
We
out.
gotta end the show.
Wow.
We gotta end. No
Shout
one
out
here from the
DJ
Bay,
11.
right?
Finish this shit.
Oh shit! Audio One's here.
Let's end this shit on a positive note, y'all.
The Bay is like the home of the 8-bar, and it's the home of the skills before selection. I'm not with that shit.
Come on, Rock.
It's
Let's end on a
cheesy.
positive note, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Shout out to all good
Shout
DJs.
out to all the
Shout out to good
DJs.
DJs.
Everybody loves
And by the
culture.
way, I do correct myself on saying the New York style because honestly, I feel like it's an East Coast style that I'm talking about. That I'm talking about just the way navigating through records and moving through crowds and stuff like that. There's a lot of Miami dudes out there that really fucking kill it. That I always hear and I'm inspired by.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
then I remember going up to Philly back in the day, and there was a lot of Philly dudes that used to kill that shit. So when I say New York, pardon me, I mean the East Coast style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah. But I still stand where I
Everybody agrees with you now.
All right,
that's
yeah.
it. You're up.
I
You're up.
don't, but I respect it.
All right,
That's
the mo.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Catch
All right,
your chips.
come
You're
on.
good.
All right. Oh, wait.
Yo.
Oh, wait. Yeah, we got to plug a couple things, right? You
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
plug? You didn't say anything this whole thing.
No, I couldn't. You were shooting everywhere. Anyway, we got some.
everywhere.
Anyway, we got some road merch dropping on Friday, September 13th. Look out for that. The link will be in the bios.
Friday
and
the
everything
13th.
like that. Look at Moma. Yeah, Friday the 13th. Night Train's bitching about
This
him.
episode's going to air. The audio's going to air on Wednesday, right?
September 11th, it will air. So in 2 days from now, you will get the links for all the merch. Crooked's wearing one of the shirts. I'm wearing another. And Neva's wearing the third one. Then there's other two that are coming out.
And then Friday, this YouTube video it'll be on YouTube as well.
Yeah, so.
It's staying up. We're not taking it down. So.
You're not taking it? It'll be on Facebook? Okay.
So,
Well, it'll also be on YouTube.
Our YouTube, youtube.com/R.O.A.D podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get all the videos first. And then shout out to DJ City for having us.
Shout out to DJ City, MikiDZ. Thank you for having us.
Shout out to Rel. Shout out to... Where's he going? Shout out to Rock the Con. Shout out to Scooter, Lady
Word.
Shaw,
Yo,
everybody that's in
honestly,
here.
man, shout out to all the DJs and everyone that showed up. Like, it means a lot to us for real that y'all came through and shit like that.
Shout
And
out to
everyone who
everybody
live
that-
stream.
Congrats to the Road Podcast. We get to 100 episodes.
Road Podcast, baby.
That's how we know you motherfuckers.
The working DJ show. I love it.
Shout out
Congratulations, guys.
Shout out to D Miles in Aruba. And then shout out
Hope that
to
butt lift works out well.
Oh my God. And shout out to everybody in the live stream.
Hey, out of 100
stayed in
episodes,
here
how
with
many
us.
has Darren been a part of?
85.
A lot of them. Yeah.
85.
A lot of
Everyone's kind of been MIA.
Yeah, we've
except
been.
me. Yeah.
I'm like a stunt double.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely a regular.
Yeah, we need another token black.
We need
dude
another black
on the show. That's why.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we're done.
So yeah, this is it. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you everybody. Thank you.
One more thing,
one more
Styles.
thing.
Hold on, one more thing. Here we go.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming through here. Like, we've been doing this for 10 years now. We're moving offices. It's kind of a big deal because we've been here for like 20 years. So shout out to the MikiDZ Show. It's 10-year anniversary as well.
Yes.
I love that we got the MikiDZ Show. I love that we got it on board with R.O.A.D. DJ City, like we only do this shit for the culture. That's all it ever comes down to. So I love these conversations. I love that we could do this. And this is the end for this office, but we got some new moves coming up. And
Yep.
Bigger and better. So
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Styles for always putting up with our shit at all times.
Yeah, shout out to Styles, Quickie, and Edwin, Phenom, for you know.
Shouts to Rock
the whole team. Honestly.
Oh, shouts to Dazzler.
Shouts to Dazzler.
She had the snacks.
She's a real hero.
She's somewhere in the kitchen, but she had all the food, the drinks.
Oh shit!
Snack tray was official. I just burned the whole shit.
Yo, shout to DJ Butch. How long you been there?
Butch has been there the whole time.
For a minute.
I needed him to chime in about the East Coast West Coast shit. Yeah.
West Coast all day. And on that note, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Cut it right there. Thank you guys.
It's a wrap.
Peace.